Oh, oh, woohoo! Yeah, it is telling me that we are live. I know it's a few minutes early, but I gotta go. I gotta get through some stuff. We gotta go, so we're gonna start this off real quick so we can get to what's going on tonight. But yeah, your boy Viper is on the tube, and we are live. Let me make sure I'm on the thing. Yep, we're good. All right, on live chat. Okay, that's good. Let me go back to my Google Hangout window here. Okay, cool beans. All right, sweet. All right, let me tweak this out real quick, and then we will get into the introduction. Oh yeah, I see y'all out there in the chat. Y'all ready to go? I appreciate you all. I appreciate that. I like that. Woo, baby. Let me tweak this out real quick. We are live. Let's go to work. All right. Okay. Yep. Cool. Done. Then done. 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 Okay. Live. Everyone watching. All right. I don't think it's gonna be too many people watching the live stream tonight because Avengers Endgame. That's probably where everybody is. But hey, whatever works. It is cool. It is what it is. I'll rock with whoever comes up tonight. Whoever shows out. That's what it is. But I gotta go. Can't be keeping people waiting. So it's a little early, but it's Friday night. You're on the right YouTube channel. You know what it is. So current time, 6:20 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, and you are about to be witness to the most electrifying YouTube live stream introduction today, baby. Woo! Oh, yeah. Let's go to work because I don't have a lot of time. Let's go to work. Woo! This is the part of the live stream where you might want to turn your volume down, because if you don't turn your volume down, I cannot be responsible for what is happening till you're in your immediate surroundings. So you might want to turn the volume down so we can do what we got to do. But now that we got that out the way, let's go to work. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Vyp, baby. Woo! Oh, yes. It is that day again. We are back. We are live on YouTube. Now, the reason why I'm going early tonight is because I don't really have anything to rant about, and I refuse, as a man, I refuse to keep the ladies waiting. So, I'm going to get through these introductions, pass out the link to the ladies, and we go get it on right now. So, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. Let's go to work. Let's see what we got. Let me refresh this just so I can make sure everything is in real time. All right. Looks like I got 12 people watching. That's cool. All right. First on the list, we got Photo Finn. What's up, Finn? How you doing? We got the Apple Jockey. What's up, Apple Jockey? How you doing? We got C-Kid Tech. What's up, C-Kid? How you doing, bro? We got my head of security, El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? We got Belinda. Hey, Belinda, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Woo! And we got TJ. What's up, TJ? How you doing? And we got MAF. Oh, we got some rare appearances tonight. Man, you put ladies in the title, and all sorts of people come out. I ain't mad at y'all. I'm not mad at y'all. But tonight, it is ladies' night on Friday Night Vyper. So who is coming on the show? Well, we got a returning Friday Night Vyper guest coming tonight. She is the fiery one. She just created a movement called Create Her. She is one of the baddest young female creators up and coming in the YouTube space. You know who I'm talking about. Audrey Amber is coming back to Friday Night Vyper tonight, baby. Woo! Oh, yes. Also on the list, one of the most creative and entrepreneurial badasses herself, my friend and editor of Sarah Dici Podcast. We got Christina Red and coming back to Friday Night Vyper tonight. Woo! Oh, yes. Also, we have the New Zealand lovely herself making her first appearance on Friday Night Vyper. We have Sarah HNZ coming in tonight. Woo! That's right. And for the first time ever, we have the red one, Miss Star Trek herself, Miss Reject the 9 to 5 herself. That's right. All the way from the ATL, baby. We got the red one herself, Red Romina, is coming to Friday Night Vyper tonight, baby. Oh, yes. We got ladies on deck. Oh, I'm excited to talk to all of them. This is going to be a good live stream tonight. So let me get out here on my Twitter DM-ish and start DMing some links, and then we'll go from there. Because this is going to be good. This is going to be real good. All right, so let me, let's see. First on the list, we got, wait, why can I, hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, boom. All right, we got Romina. Okay. And copy and paste, and bam. All right, so that one's out. Let me hit up Mrs. Audrey herself. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be good stuff tonight. I'm excited. This is great. This is great. All right. Audrey has the link. Now let me go find Christina. There you are. Christina comes on here so much. She's like at the top of my DM list. Pretty cool. All right. And, uh-oh. My MF Master 2X is losing its mind, as it's been doing lately. Stupid mouth. All right. So we got that going on. And then let me find Sarah. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. Boom, there she is. And bam. And there it is. So all the links have been dispatched, and they will come in as they will, and we will get it popping up in here. So before they arrive, how y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? This is going to be a hell of a weekend. We got Avengers Endgame, which I have not seen yet. So no damn spoilers in the chat, or I'll have it boot your ass out of here. I'm just saying. Don't spoil the Endgame. I haven't seen it. All right, what else is going on? But besides Endgame, we got the biggest battle in the history of Game of Thrones on Sunday night. Oh my God. My body is ready for all of it. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be good. Oh, this is a hell of a weekend. What a weekend. Oh, we got Ethnic. What's up, Ethnic? How you doing? We got Paul Peck Drywall Tube. What's up, Paul? How you doing, bro? We got C-Kid is playing Mortal Kombat 11. So how is Mortal Kombat? Like, is it hype? Everybody saying it's lit. I don't know. Let me know, C-Kid. How you like it, man? Oh, we got Emilio Takis. What's up, Emilio? How you doing, bro? We got Evid A. What's up, Evid? What's up? Let's see. Did I miss anything? Nope. I didn't miss anybody. Okay, cool. Go back down. We got Steve Butler out there. What's up, dude? How you doing? Modern Day Tech. How you doing, bro? How you doing? And we got John Michelle. Hey, John. What's up, man? What's up? And that's it. Cool. We just chilling. Yep. You're right, Emilio. We chilling. I'm waiting for the ladies to come take over the set. And we're going to talk about whatever. That's the beauty of Friday Night Vyper, you know. Like sometimes I have like a set topic I want to talk about. But tonight I don't really have any set topic. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll figure something out when they get here. But I mean, yeah. I don't have any set topic per se. It is what it is. Let's see. Apple Jockey says I got to get iJustine. I would love to get iJustine, but every time I tweet her, I don't get a response. Or I don't know if she doesn't see it. I don't know. I've tried to get iJustine, but you know, iJustine's a busy lady. One day I will catch her and I will have her on here one day. Don't know when, but I'll get her. Let's see. We got the friendly reviewer. What's up? How you doing? Emilio says Under Armour is making a smart move to sponsor the best live YouTuber after Steven. I don't even know who Steven is, but I wish Under Armour would sponsor me. Wouldn't that be amazing? Under Armour don't even know it, but they are the unofficial outfitters of Viper, of the Man About Tech. So somebody needs to tell Under Armour how tight I am with them and tell them to come holler at your boy. I'm telling you, because I love me some Under Armour, man. Half my clothing line is Under Armour, so that's how we do it. I love me some Under Armour. Stephen Curry. Okay. I'm like, wait, who's Stephen? Oh, okay. Yeah. Stephen Curry. Yep. Stephen Curry. Yep. Stephen Curry's the man. That's the dude. He's probably going to win another NBA championship this year. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to stop him. But I mean, hey, we'll find out, right? We'll find out. Yeah. Okay, let me see. All right. So, got to walk Romina through the live stream protocols here. She's never done a live stream before, so this is her first live stream I think ever. Looks like so. Yeah, or at least her joining a live stream for the first time ever. So we got to get it in. What we got here?
Hello.
Why we got audio but no picture? Okay.
Oh wait, oops, sorry. That's my I'm covering up. Got to protect myself.
Oh, you don't want nobody spying on you. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Oh, check us out. We got the red one herself. Red Romina is in the building. How you doing?
Good.
Woo! You are in Atlanta at the moment, right?
Yes.
Because I know how you like to travel a lot, so I never know where the hell you are. So I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure that you are where I think you are.
I sure am. I'm on the south and the east.
You are, yeah, you are. I know you travel a lot, so you can be anywhere, anytime. So I gotta make sure. So how you doing tonight? How you doing?
Good. Let me close that. Cool.
So I know you're a Trekkie. I know you're a hardcore into Star Trek, but have you seen Endgame yet?
No.
I haven't either. Okay, cool. All right, good.
No
good.
spoilers.
No spoilers. I told y'all. If y'all spoil it, I'll have Jeff kick your ass out of here. But hey, a house room, baby, house room. So, where do I begin with you? So much we could talk about. I guess the first thing I want to ask you is one of your taglines is reject the 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how did you come up with that tagline? Reject the 9 to 5.
I guess because I'm stubborn and I only like to make money doing what I like to do, and I feel like everybody should focus on what their passion is and try to figure out how to make money off of that, and that's where that comes in.
I know that's right, because it is a hell of a thing when you go to work every day and you hate what you do.
Yep.
And you don't want to be going to a job that you hate every day. That's the recipe for disaster.
Yes.
So how did you get started doing what you want to do? Because I'm pretty sure you had a normal job, I'm guessing, before you started doing what you wanted to do, right?
Not really. I mean, I've known like more or less what I wanted to do. And then I just kind of jumped in and did it. I lots of ups and downs, but it's pretty much like I mean, when I first started, I started off just doing acting stuff. And so everything just kind of evolved from there.
Oh, so you were acting, okay?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of gig were you into?
Everything. I mean, I still do it. It's just whatever I get, like TV, movies, whatever.
Yeah, don't you have like your own production company or something like that?
Yeah. It's a digital media and film production company. So I've produced a few feature films, some short films, and some web series.
Ooh, you are a busy lady. You stay busy, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so while you're in the midst of owning your own production company, how did your love of traveling, or how does your love of traveling fit into that?
I think, well, first of all, I started traveling when I was really little because my parents like to travel. So I kind of just then YouTube came along, and then it was like, oh, I can do travel plus filmmaking. And then I did like this thing, and then it happened.
Boom. Like she said, bam, she made it work. Okay, so did you have your film production company before you started doing YouTube or after you started doing YouTube?
Before I started doing YouTube. Well, no, I mean, so I started doing YouTube in 2006, and that's more or less when I started doing acting as well. And then I also started doing production stuff like a year or two later.
Okay, so I guess
So it all kind of sort of happened like at the same time.
Okay, so I guess my next logical question is, what made you want to start doing YouTube videos?
It was, I mean, when I was on YouTube, it was just a place to start, like to post, videos that you were already making and share them with your friends and family.
Right.
And then eventually I started to get, more acclimated with other people who were in the community, like iJustine and, just kind of like the old school people. And then I realized like, oh, people are actually making videos for this.
Yep.
I was just making videos because like I just like making videos. And then YouTube was suddenly like a place where I could put them. But then I realized like, oh wow, like people are actually making videos just to put on YouTube. And then yeah, it just kind of evolved from there.
So are you still making videos just to put on YouTube, or do you have a purpose as far as how you're posting content on YouTube?
Both. So I definitely have videos where I have a specific strategy in mind. Plus there's also videos like people subscribe to my channel for a reason. And then, if I don't post videos like that, then the algorithm is like, what are you doing? And then I have to post those videos. But for the most part, I'm very like, to me, the most important part to me is always do what I love to do. So sometimes I just put video out there just because I feel like doing it. Like I don't really care, what the algorithm thinks about that.
No, it's funny that you say that because we have Christina Red in here right now.
Hello.
Hello. And Christina, is a very close friend with Sarah Dici. And Sarah Dici has this ideology that you make one video for them and one video for you. So you make a video for whatever your audience is there for, or whatever the algorithm needs to be fed at that particular time, excuse me. And then you make a video for yourself, which I agree with, because you have to enjoy making videos. Because if you don't enjoy whatever you're making, then you're going to burn out pretty easily. So you are absolutely right. Sometimes you just have to make videos and have fun making them and don't care about what the algorithm or the audience thinks.
Yep.
Christina, how you doing tonight?
Hello. Sarah does have that ideology. I think it's a very good one.
It is. I definitely agree with it.
How's everything sounding?
Lovely.
Good. Crispy.
Very
nice and crispy. Sweet. I look kind of orange. I'm trying to figure that out. But how's everyone?
I look kind of blue, so we balance each other out.
There we go. The blue and teal look. That's what everybody always wants.
Romina, I don't know if you realize, but we have a live chat going on and people are saying hello to you.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
All right, so if you have it access to a phone or something, if you want to go on YouTube,
okay,
and look up Vyp Live, that's VYPLIVE.
Right. So I go to your channel.
Yep.
And then you can make the chat pop out. That way it doesn't use too much of your CPU.
Okay.
And that too, absolutely.
Hello, everyone in the chat.
Christina, hello. It's funny, Christina, because it feels like it's been a while, but it really hasn't been that long since we last talked.
Yeah, well, the last time I was on my phone struggling, and I was in South Florida.
That's right, you were in South Florida, so it looks like you're back home now.
I am back home for the time being.
So you're another one who likes to travel all over the place. So where are you? It sounds like you're getting ready to go somewhere else. So where are you heading?
Not tomorrow. Sunday, we'll be heading out to the desert just for a chill work session, and the world is my oyster, so.
Heading to the desert, nice.
Yeah, and I mean that sounds like an epic trip. I live like not too far from the desert, so.
Hey, as long as you're properly hydrated for the desert, that's all that matters.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. This week was kind of a get your life together week, catch up on a lot of things. We've actually been pushing off the desert for a couple days, so I'm just trying to get my life together over here.
One day at a time, right? One day at a time.
Oh yeah. Hi, Jeff.
Yep, my man Jeff's out there chilling. And I think we've been joined by the New Zealand lovely herself, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Excellent. Does it sound nice?
Sounds nice and crispy.
Cute. Yeah, I kind of feel the left one out here.
What do you
Kind
mean?
of all the, well, I'm a little bit less of YouTube and more streamy. So
Oh, is that
Well,
what you're
we're
doing?
streaming now.
I'm not streaming now, but well, I guess I am here. But yeah, I kind of transitioned from YouTube. It was an interesting journey. You talk about the whole burnout thing and finding what you enjoy doing, and I guess I dabbled a bit in it, but I wasn't enjoying it to a point where I could see myself doing it all the time. So it was, but I really enjoy gaming. So I was like, well, how can I merge the two? And like, well, duh, why don't you just stream it? So I guess I'm making that transition from YouTube into, streaming what I enjoy doing and not really seeing it as a job, but kind of, I think it's important to enjoy what you're doing, or you're going to burn out, definitely.
My man Jeff says he's been seeing you on Twitch crushing food.
Yeah, man. It's a little bit of addiction. It's an unhealthy addiction in some ways.
What are you playing on Twitch?
Whatever I can get my hands on. At the moment, I'm playing the Division 2
Cool.
and Apex Legends when I can.
What is your gaming system of choice?
I'm PC.
Oh,
Definitely
you're the PC
PC.
master. Oh, come on.
Sorry, did I just cuss?
No,
Can we make
no.
her leave?
Yeah, I know, right?
Does she have to be here, Viper?
No, it's all
Does
good.
it? Yeah, but I did start on console. I started on Xbox. Does that count?
Hey, that's what's up, man. As long as you understand that consoles have their place where we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I understand. It's where I got the basics down. So I've got respect for consoles for sure.
That's what's up. So going back to you, Romina, you made a video not about 2 days ago about the wrong way to use Twitter.
Yikes.
Why you say it like that?
Yep, I did. I love Twitter. I've been on Twitter since 2007.
Wow, that is a long time.
That is a long time. Yeah.
I think I've been there since 2009, I believe.
Mm.
Yeah, but Twitter, like it's like you said in your video, Twitter is like an untapped paradise for networking. It's like it is amazing. It is amazing how like easily and how like quickly you can network with people on Twitter. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I'll
for sure.
have to watch that video. It's probably echoing everything that I've ever dreamed of.
Yeah, it's funny. That's right, Christina. You made a similar video about Twitter like a few months ago. So yeah.
What did you call your video?
What did I call my video?
I think it's something about you're using Twitter wrong.
You're using Twitter wrong, something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had that one copywritten.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
Christina coming in here with the
Oh,
gloves
boy.
on.
No, I really want to watch it. That's
Sure.
anything Twitter's where we've made thousands of dollars. Twitter is where we make a lot of money.
Oh,
Twitter's
It
a
is
good place to
amazing.
be.
Twitter is very amazing. And Jeff just put the link to Romina's video in the chat if you guys want to go check it out.
Oh, sweet. Thank you,
What?
Jeff.
Hello?
Yeah, Jeff, you on it. And I think we've been joined by the fiery one, Audrey Embers in the building.
Woo!
Hello,
How you doing, Audrey?
I'm good. How are you?
Don't
It's
be
so bright.
don't be coming in here with that monotone stuff, Audrey. What's up? What's up?
It's so bright in here. I can't see anything. I don't know if I'm super overexposed.
You need a curtain.
Yeah.
I don't have a curtain.
Then you have like a mirror, like move your mirror to the.
Just
Put up a
move
white
it in
bitch.
front of the sun. It's gonna
You've
go
got
away.
Beautiful golden hour happening right now. Just enjoy it. It's gorgeous. It's making your hair glow.
Not
like
really
a
golden
Pantene
hour.
Pro
It's
V
more like
Audrey's like, there's way too much sun up in here, man. I can't deal with this right now.
I'm just gonna stand here. There you go.
There you go. There you go. So
I don't know. I like the lighting before. I like the light on your
I
face.
can't see if I sit there.
Yeah, but it looks
Right.
nicer. You should just keep it. Just the sacrifices you have to make for the aesthetic.
Sacrifice my eyes.
Who needs corneas these days, you know?
Not
Not me.
Oh, crazy.
Not us.
Y'all are
Dang.
nuts, man. So, Audrey, you just made an interesting life decision recently.
Yes.
So, tell us about that decision and how you came to that decision.
Ooh. Well, I've decided to drop out of college. Oh my god. Goodbye, camera. For the second time now.
What just happened?
The camera
Camera
goes
just,
out.
oh
What
my
is
god.
happening?
No, the grid's back. Darn it. Oh, look.
Oh, man. We're
Don't
losing
pay
control of the stream.
attention to me.
Jeff, I might need you to hit
Hold
Jeff.
on, guys.
We're losing control, Jeff.
Oh,
We're
look.
losing control.
At least we know her settings.
Oh no. I'm struggling.
Yeah, so what settings are you using for this live stream?
I can't get rid of the grid. How did I do that?
Oh, God.
Hold on.
James, how do you
Sorry.
get rid of the grid? How do you get rid of the grid? This is
Netflix
a
settings.
oh,
I can't see because it's so tiny on the screen. Okay.
I don't know. Is that a
I'm
Sony
like-
camera?
No.
It doesn't look like a Sony menu.
Does it say grid? What the heck? I literally
I
can't
think
see
it's
this.
like an HDMI setting,
Yeah,
if I'm remembering
that
correctly.
probably, I think, yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
Where's grid?
Don't format your card.
No, don't
That's
do
the
that.
last
No,
thing
no,
you
no,
want to
no.
do.
That would not be fun. Nope, this way.
That would not be fun.
Changing your settings.
If someone sees grid, let me know.
So HDMI
Where is it?
settings is where you want to be.
Oh my god, everything's backwards. I can't see anything.
This
Hold
is
on.
great. This is great. Let's just keep doing this.
Oh, this is.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's quality
No,
content.
Don't ignore me. I'm just gonna fix this.
It is okay. No worries. No worries. So, sir, when you're streaming on Twitch, what are your favorite games to play?
First person shooters, really.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like I said, pretty much anything I get my hands onto. I don't really like role play or strategy or anything like that.
Now, how
Give me
long
any
have you been?
first person.
How long have you been gaming?
Ooh, how long's a piece of string? Probably since I was about 7. Yeah, my first game was I don't know if you know Captain Comic and Doom, Duke Nukem.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So 1985 stuff, I believe.
Oh, you be gaming for a
I'm,
while.
I'm
okay.
showing my age here.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's those are the classics right there. Duke Nukem and Doom. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they gave me the bug for sure. I wasn't actually allowed to play Doom when I was little. I had to sneak when my parents weren't home. My brothers were looking after me.
Mm.
Oh, there you go. I'm pretty sure they didn't mind.
Yeah. I wanted to stream for years, but I didn't have the self-confidence to get in front of a camera. I wanted to do YouTube for years, but yeah, didn't have the confidence. And then finally was like, stuff it. I'm just going to do it. And yeah, kind
It's
of working on that.
It's so funny how many people say things like that stop them from doing streaming or YouTube.
Oh, it's
crazy.
huge. It's huge. I mean,
But-
I'd kind of kick myself. I'm like, if I'd started 5 years ago, where would I be now? You know, in hindsight.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
It's
it's a
just so
daily struggle. But
it's so interesting because once you start doing it, you realize the more you do it, the easier it gets.
yeah, every time it's easier. I mean, my first stream was a complete mess. It was. I'm so glad I only had like 2 people, and one of them was probably my husband.
So how many viewers are you getting regularly now?
I'm probably averaging. I mean, I've only been streaming like probably 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm averaging. I'm just trying to think what my stats were on my last one. I think only like 5 or 6.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. There
But
you go.
the cool thing about Twitch that I really like is the real-time interaction with your community. And I found that it's, for me personally, it works better than YouTube. And I've really enjoyed that aspect of it. I think with YouTube, it was a little bit harder for me with what I was doing to get that same kind of sense of community and
What kind of stuff were you doing?
I didn't really have a niche. That was probably one of my problems, is I didn't or don't have any particular subject matter. I just kind of do whatever I want to do. I didn't really have any direction with my channel, and that's probably why it kind of fell apart a little bit. Because I don't have a specific talent or a set of skills that a lot of people have that I could focus on. And for ages, I thought I needed that. So, and I guess that's why I was like, well, I enjoy gaming. I'm good at gaming. I'll just stream gaming. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Does that make sense? I'm just rambling.
No, it makes perfect sense. You started out you started out on YouTube. You found out that what you wanted to accomplish on YouTube was better done and more suited to your workflow on Twitter.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, not Twitter, on Twitch.
Twitch, yeah, on Twitter too. Twitter's amazing.
Twitter is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel more of a community sense. I like the real time interaction with my audience as opposed to reading comments. Or, I mean, I guess I could stream on YouTube as well, but I haven't really crossed that bridge yet.
Yeah, you're right. If you want to stream, Twitch is probably the proper platform to stream. I mean, YouTube is good, but if you want to start, if that's what your main objective is, streaming, then Twitch is definitely where you want to be, no doubt.
For sure.
And it's interesting that you say that because I do both. I make videos and I live stream, obviously. But you're right. You can't get that personal interaction with your community by doing regular videos. Like, you can't talk to them in real time and things like that. That's why I enjoy live streaming so much, because I can talk to my community in real time. They can get to better know me. They can ask me questions directly, things like that. It just makes for better community building, in my opinion. Yeah,
I 100% agree.
Damn it! Just when I thought we had RG back. Damn.
I'm struggling right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna switch back to my what's it called? Face cam thing. I'm just struggling way too much. Okay.
Come on,
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
How many?
I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on.
You're fired.
Wow. Hey, this is a live stream. There's no editing. I don't know.
At least we have audio.
Oh yeah, we got Shelly there today in the chat. Shelly, I sent you a DM earlier asking if you wanted to join. I don't know if you have time, Shelly, but let me know if you do. Shelly saying that you could do both. You can stream simultaneously to YouTube and Twitch, which is true, but it's still two different audiences, so that's a little tricky, but it is possible. And yes, we got her back. Yeah.
I ditched the camera. It wasn't working.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. So, all right. So before we got into all the issue with Audrey, I was asking you to talk about your recent life decision and how you came to that decision.
Yes. So I basically decided to drop out again. This is my second time dropping out of school. But this time, I mean, it wasn't an easy decision. I've kind of been debating for quite a while now since I dropped out the first time, basically. And I came to like a deal with my parents, basically, to give me sort of like a year to just test it out and see what happens. And yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So I'm finishing up the semester, and then I'm free for a year. Well, free. I'm gonna be busy, obviously, but I'm free from school at least for a year.
I'm free.
I'm free.
What were you in school for?
I was studying, it's called arts management, but it's basically like business for creatives is how it's marketed. So I was taking classes like marketing and like management 101 and stuff like that.
What made you go back to college the first time?
Well, I was at film school, and I figured out pretty fast that I didn't want to learn like film theory, and the school just wasn't that great, and I didn't want to do like Hollywood films anyway, so I left that. And then my thinking was going back, I want to learn more business skills, like things I don't want to learn like the creative side. I want to learn the business side, because that's what I'm not as good at. But I don't know. Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, it was.
Well, congrats.
It was a long
Welcome
time
to the
coming.
Dropout Club.
Woo, thanks.
You know, it's pretty cool that you've identified at an early point in your life what you want to do. Number one, it'll save you a ton of money in the long run. And
Yes.
number two, and more importantly, now you have more time to focus on exactly what you want to do. And I think that's the best thing, especially you being where you are. You can just focus full force on being a creative and doing creative things and becoming a better creator. And that's awesome.
Yes,
How old
I'm
are you?
very excited. I'm 20 now.
Okay.
Oh, so young.
Hey,
Rita, why are you laughing?
Busted.
Wow. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Romita just about to chill like.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's how we're gonna go.
She called you out.
I think I liked you better when your camera was broken.
Wow.
Oh man. Oh god. This is great. Oh my god. So Audrey, you started a movement.
Yeah, I guess you could.
you started a movement called Create Her. So
Yes.
how did you come up with that movement?
Well, like, how long ago? I think I made a video in like August of last year called why we need more women creators, and I got a bunch of people to be in that video, and I came up with the idea because I was at VidCon and I was asking like my friends who are mostly girls and people I met, like, who are your favorite YouTubers? And no one was really interested in the same people as I was like big fans of, like Pierre McKinnon and like Casey Neistat, stuff like that. Most of the girls I talked to were more interested in the beauty community or like just lifestyle vloggers. And so I was sort of thinking like, I don't know, at that moment is when I really started realizing that I didn't have many role models who were women, like specifically in this niche. That's around the time I found Sarah, who I think was the first one I found. And I really kind of put more effort.
Sarah,
into
the person in the
finding more.
stream? The
No,
girl?
Sarah Dici.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not that cool.
And I don't know, it kind of just snowballed. After that video, someone commented and was like, you should make a Facebook group so that like people can talk to each other. Like women who are in these niches can talk to each other. And I was like, that's a good idea. And it kind of just spiraled from there. And now I've officially made like social media pages for it. It's sort of like a resource to find other women who make this type of content. Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be like creator spotlights and stuff. It's a work in progress.
Do it. So I got a question for you. Why do you think that there are a lack of females in the things that you're interested in, like cinematography, filmography? Why do you feel like there's a lack of females? Why do you feel like there aren't any females there?
Well, even from personal experience growing up, like I said, like all my role models were guys, and that might just be me, but I do think it's a bit more than that. If you look at traditional Hollywood, I think some of the demographics are starting to just change over to new media platforms. And I don't want, like, the biggest thing I keep saying with Create Her is like, it's not a girls only club, you know, it's a hashtag that you can use to tag your work with to be able to find other women who make similar content. It's a resource. So it's not like I don't know. I feel like some people think there's like a negative connotation, but there really isn't. It's just a resource to find other girls who like to make similar types of content as you. There's only positives here. I feel like I have to keep clarifying that. But yeah, no, I think it's really been awesome this past year, especially. There have been a ton more like women who have been growing, especially on YouTube, like in this niche. Which is really, really cool. Like, who's been growing recently? Like Lizzie Pierce, like Becky from Becky and Chris, Lucy Martins. What else? Atola Visuals. Like, all these people have been really growing this past year, and I think it's pretty cool because we're, you know, becoming a bigger voice in this community. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Can I ask you, you talked about negative connotations with your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had people give you some backlash?
Well, I mean, it's been overwhelmingly positive, which is awesome. But there's always going to be, you know, a couple who are like, I actually made this into a presentation for my English class, and I brought up some of the negative comments I've gotten from that first YouTube video. I wonder if I still have them somewhere, but
That's
they're
clever.
basically
Little
just
product
like
placement.
just whenever I can use my YouTube in class, I will. So that was a good excuse. But a lot of them are just like, why do you need to talk about this? Or there was one who said, well, I don't think it's like the fact that one person basically said that it's because girls aren't like inherently interested in tech and cinematography that there just aren't more women creators. And I was like, dude, are you saying it's in our like genes or something? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So just
I do
stuff
think
like
that there might be a limit, or there, from what I've learned, there is an element of it that is somewhat genetic. There are a lot of, obviously, women typically they like to care for things and stuff, so that's why there are a lot of women nurse. This is very broad stroke generalization. So I'm sure that there is some kind of genetic aspect to it, but I mean, it just would be silly for someone to not pursue something that they're interested in just because they don't see a lot of like-minded people in that
Right.
space.
That's why I think like role models are really important. Because even especially when you're younger, having that like subconscious, like, oh, that person's cool, I like what she's doing, like maybe I would want to do that. That's something that's pretty powerful, especially growing up and seeing that in media. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there's no like definite answer to this question. That's why it's not a problem. I don't know. It's just I just want to help people be able to find one another more easily. That's there's like I don't want to bring it like super deep or anything because there isn't really like a concrete answer.
Yeah, people like to think really hard about things. I try to think as not hard about things as possible. Excited on this fact that the shot is crooked.
Hey, Romina, you got anything to add to this?
I think just to kind of piggyback off of what you guys are saying, like for me, when I was little, the thing that I wanted to do was I actually wanted to be a cinematographer. That was like my thing that I wanted to do until I took my first acting class, and then I realized that I wanted to be a bunch of characters, and it was cool just to be in front of the camera. And I guess because of the fact that I had a strong support system, I never looked at, Steven Spielberg, for example, and was like, oh, like I can't do it because I'm not, a man.
Yeah.
Like that thought never really crossed my mind. To me, it was just like, oh, I really like this type of stuff that, this person does. I want to do stuff like that when I grow up. And to me, it wasn't like there was no gender, there was no race. It was like it didn't have anything to do with that at all. It was just the creativity and what went behind it. There is something to say for the lack of representation, and I'm not really sure why that is, because there are, plenty of talented female directors and, filmmakers and cinematographers. It's just, I don't know, really, like they just don't get as much attention, I guess. I don't know, or maybe they're just not as good. Like I don't know what it is, right? It's like who knows what could go, behind that. There's so much there's so much stuff that goes on behind doors that nobody really knows about. But as far as like being a creative and looking up to people, I guess I just was always confident in myself and wanted to do what I wanted to do, and just went and did it and didn't really care or think too much about it.
That's that boss type speak right there. I like that. That's what's up. Seriously, if you want to accomplish anything in life, you got to have the confidence in yourself to go out and get it. I mean, because nobody's going to give it to you.
Yeah, that's for sure. I wish.
So, Romina, I watched, I think it was your New Year's Day or New Year something video and you were talking about the goals that you have for 2019. I think you wanted to like 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I think you wanted 100,000 across the board or something like that, right?
Yes. I actually just filmed a video today, which is an update video, and it'll probably be up on Monday. So the plan is to do a little like a recap video every 3 months of where my progress is for that goal. So I am going to be releasing that on Monday. But yeah, I mean, the idea behind the goal is just to, it's not really so much like actually hitting the number, but more so just documenting the journey of trying to reach that goal, of kind of proving that it is possible to do something when you have, you know, a very concrete goal in mind, and working towards it. So it's been an interesting, like, I've been doing something very different than I have done in the past. And I've been doing a lot of experimenting, including wiping out my entire Instagram.
Oh.
So
Dang.
yeah. But that's like, you know, I feel like a lot of people say things like, oh, if you don't get the results, you know, that you want, then you need to change what you're doing. If you want a different output, you have to change your input. A lot of people say those things, then they don't actually do them. So I'm over here, you know, trying to do the things.
God damn, you sound just like Roberto Blake. Ooh.
Oh
Yep.
no.
So when you say you wiped out your Instagram, do you mean like you wiped out all your pictures, or you made a completely new Instagram?
No, I deleted all my pictures. Well, I archived them, so they're gone. So all of my photos that I have had posted, like sponsored posts, everything, it's all gone. And what's up there now is I made a collage, like one of those, whatever, like a big picture that's divided into the grid. So I did one of those fancy things, and I left that up, and it was there for like, I think like over a month. And I just posted my first photo in over a month to Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're, in essence, you're completely starting over on Instagram.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. And I started posting singing videos on IGTV, because I feel like IGTV is kind of weird, right, guys? Because it's like, it's there, but people don't really think about creating content for IGTV necessarily because they think that it doesn't work. But if you just go to the Explore page on Instagram, you've got a bunch of videos on IGTV that have millions of views. So something's working for someone.
But okay. So let's talk about this. Those videos that have millions of views, are they from people that have millions of followers, or
No,
no? Okay.
not millions of followers. I mean, they have somewhat of a following, but it's
Okay.
not like, you know, millions of followers. Obviously, it helps if you have, you know, whatever, 20, 30,000 people to like your post, you know, within the first hour. That obviously helps with engagement. But
I think Facebook's trying so hard with video, and they just don't know. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So they're just throwing everything to the dartboard and seeing what sticks right now.
Absolutely. And to be honest, like, I don't really care. Like, I have friends who are making money off of Facebook right now. And obviously, like Christina said, like, you know, they're just kind of throwing darts. And the lifespan of videos on Facebook, it's probably, you know, you can't really make a career out of it. You know, what they are making right now off of Facebook, it's probably going to be over in like, you know, 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah,
it's
6
not going to be
months.
something that's going to last a long time. They're just making money, a lot of money right now because Facebook is paying them to be on Facebook as an incentive because they want people to be on the platform. So they just like pay the creators to create stuff.
We've experimented with that. We're near here nor there at this point, but yeah. Facebook.
Yeah. And it's like, it's kind of like, well, you know, whatever, like you do it for 6 months and you make your money and then you go continue making videos on YouTube or wherever else you want to do it. So I don't know. I feel like it's it's worth experimenting, trying new things, and just, you know, putting yourself out there, because who knows anything really.
So this is interesting because me and Roberto have had conversations about IGTV. He's like a firm believer, or he was when we talked about it a few months ago, and I'm just like, not really. The thing that got me about IGTV was that Instagram tried to play it off like a completely new platform.
Yeah.
When in reality, it was just an extension of Instagram.
Right.
Because it's not like you had to start all over. Like whoever had like 1 million followers on Instagram automatically had 1 million followers on IGTV. And the thing that was kind of crazy about that is if you were like a brand new creator trying to do something on IGTV, discoverability on IGTV is not existent. Like they don't really have a search mechanism on IGTV to find content. So my whole thing to Roberto was, how are you supposed to use this platform to grow if there is no way for people to find you? And it's basically just an expansion of what's already there.
Because so as far as IGTV, it would work the same way as Instagram. How do people find you on Instagram now?
Yeah, well, they can do like searching using hashtags or whatever. I mean, but
yeah,
but
that's
and you
exactly
also have
how
the
it works.
Tab. I know, like the Explore tab. The Explore tab is good, and I know that they're pushing out video, but it's just like I don't see creators' videos in the Explore tab. I see gimmicky kind of viral videos that are always in the Explore tab.
Yeah.
And that's what the Facebook video tab or whatever, that's just a lot of what that is right now. Yes, like the Facebook Launchpad, that's paying people money and stuff. But I think Facebook is just going to take time. The way they've been pitching it to these creators is Facebook right now, their video is kind of the wild, wild west, the YouTube of 2006, which is a very big claim. But I'm just sitting back. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes. I'm just observing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm neither here nor there, I think. But I
You
am
also want to make videos on a platform that you actually genuinely enjoy.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like
I do not enjoy Facebook.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of creators, at least the people on Twitter that I know, they're not fans of Facebook.
Yeah. I think like one of my biggest things is when Facebook started to do the whole video thing, or at least when it started to kind of kick off like a couple years ago, everybody, like the creator community was like, ooh, Facebook is great. Look at this. Like I can get 2,000 views on this video, and then on YouTube, I only get 30 views. And I'm like, well, you know, because people aren't actually watching the video.
But once you're monetized, the CPM does translate.
Right.
So I will say for IGTV, the one thing that they're doing a lot better now that I think they should have did from the beginning was they are actually incorporating IGTV into Instagram now. I don't know why they didn't do that from the beginning. I think they would have been better off. But now I don't even know if the IGTV app still exists. But I know I see a lot more IGTV videos in my regular Instagram feed now, and I think that's something they should have done from the beginning, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if you see a longer video on your feed, I'm more likely to actually go watch the rest on IGTV if I've already kind of been hooked. Right. Makes more sense.
Yeah.
There you go.
But does it have to be square? Because that's kind of stupid.
Ooh, that is true.
The whole vertical thing.
Like, why do they support 16:9 for IGTV, but not for the feed? Like, I get it for scrolling, but
yeah.
Oh man. So Audrey, you have a year to run the creative gauntlet per se. So I'm curious, like, what are your plans for the next year? Like, what are you going to do?
Well, I've purposely left it pretty open as of now to let things pop up, but I'm obviously focusing a lot on like the freelance side. So I have like my first wedding in a month or so now, which is exciting. And then just other like random editing jobs, stuff like that. But then I'm also focusing on my channel as well. I've already sort of been accepting too many editing jobs, I'm realizing. And it's like literally taking over. Like I have to film for Tuesday, and I have another editing job due on Monday, and I don't know how this is all gonna work. So I'm definitely gonna have to learn how to balance this upcoming year.
Welcome to the world of freelance.
Yes.
Don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out. Wow. Man.
It's all good.
Sarah, how is Twitch life?
Yeah, it's I did a 4 or 5.5 hour stream yesterday, so I'm a bit exhausted.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's
Yes.
Viper territory.
You'd be amazed at how long people actually stream for. Like one of the girls I follow, she did a 14-hour stream.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah. it was for her. She hit 1,000 followers, so it was a celebration stream. But yeah, it just gets away on me. Like I could game all day and not get out of my chair. It's terrible.
Wow. You Twitch streamers are hardcore. Like I streamed for 8 hours on here and I'm like, I'm done. Like
it is exhausting. It is, because being live, obviously you have to be constantly interactive or people are just not going to watch.
Right.
So it's exhausting in some ways to have to keep interacting. Because I'm not very good at my game, so I have to, entertain in other ways to some point.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. That's why I bring guests on here, so I don't have to do all the interacting myself.
Yeah, Viper will just sleep on the couch and play with his iPad, pretending like he's sick or something. Meanwhile, work carry on.
There have been times where I've nodded off while y'all done what y'all done on here. Hey, I'll be on here for like 8 hours, man. It's some crazy stuff. But like I told Roberto, I think last week or the week before, I'm cutting these streams down to like 4 hours or less now. I'm not doing no 8-hour stuff no more. That stuff is crazy.
Cruise control Viper, yep. Hashtag cruise control Viper.
You're right, Jeff.
I exposed you in our video too. Cruise control.
Seriously, some of these streams be getting way out of control. So, that's all right. So, going back to Miss Romina over here, you are actually hosting a Twitter conference in June, right?
I am.
So, how did that come about?
Well, from hanging out on Twitter.
I mean, but you know what I mean. Like, how did you come up with the idea to have an actual conference?
Yeah, it's something that I have been thinking about for a while, actually, and then. Like a couple months ago, I was like, you know what? I just need to just do it and then figure out, the logistics along the way. Because if I keep trying to think about the logistics first, then I'll never get it done. And it's pretty cool. Like the reception that I've gotten so far has been pretty awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be on June 8th in Atlanta. And yeah, and we're going to have a panel where we talk about Twitter stuff. And it's going to be mingling. I mainly want it to be like a networking, sort of event so that people can meet each other from Twitter, but then also meet other people as well.
Right.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Speaking of conferences, Audrey, you just hosted one of your own recently.
Yes, I did. That was really fun.
So yeah, how did you? What made you come up with the idea to host your conference?
I don't know. I think it's because I have a Discord server that's been pretty active for like a year or so now. And there's a bunch of people in there who sort of were talking of having a meetup and stuff. And so I just decided, why not? I'm going to host one in Chicago. I don't know anyone here. I'm just going to host a conference. And it was really fun. Like a lot of people actually showed up, which was, nice. And it was just fun to connect with people from Discord, but also just from the Chicago area. It was really fun. Yep. It was very chill. There wasn't any real structure to it. We kind of just had a space for 3 hours and everyone was just talking and vlogging. There's a lot of vlogging.
Yeah, I bet there was a lot of cameras out over there.
Yeah.
All right. So since we're talking about Twitter a lot and Romina and Christina have experience with it since they made videos on the subject, let's talk about how do you go about proper networking on Twitter? I have a few ideas because I've successfully done it myself, but you ladies have made dedicated videos about this. So let's start with you, Christina. what is your like mindset behind networking on Twitter?
Just be, well, first of all, my apologies. It's raining right now. So if it sounds like the apartment's going to blow over, then it might. But networking on Twitter, just be a cool human being and don't be a weirdo.
Woo!
That's about it.
Well,
There's my part 2 of the video. Yeah, I mean, Twitter, networking on Twitter is actually very, very simple. And I mean, at least from what I've seen, you have to, the internet is just a dance. It's a very slow dance. And if you rush it, then it's not going to go well. First impressions are everything. I could talk about specific relationships that I've built on Twitter. I could talk for days about Twitter. So what do you want to know?
Like just like general like networking, like how do you approach people, or what do you like do I can't talk. Are there any specific tactics that you use in approaching people on Twitter for networking purposes? Just different things like that.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at a person that I want to potentially work with or just be friends with and just be internet homies, like I said, I start super slow. So I'll start, liking stuff, obviously. Every now and then I'll reply, but not too frequently, because then it's like, oh, this person's kind of going a little bit too far. GIFs. I saw people chat about GIFs. GIFs are like the key because it could communicate your humor. And then to take it a step further, and we'll be doing this week to spill the beans. We shared a podcast about some creators we filmed a podcast just now about some creators that really inspire us. One of those creators, we're kind of internet homies, but like in a very slight way. But I want to take the relationship to that next level and at least be a relevant icon. I'm not wanting anybody to follow me. I just want you to know that, okay, I exist and I stand apart from the rest of your followers. So just slowly do that dance, make a piece of content where you're mentioning them, talking about them in some way, and then, just tag them in it and then hands off. Hey, you really inspired me. This is essentially going to be it. You inspired me in this way. I made a podcast. Here's a micro content, but I'm just tagging you in it. I'm not asking you to share it. It's just very organic ways of building a friendship and building a relationship. I think that's the best way to network on Twitter. And then from there, obviously the relationship grows. If you can find people who are second in line. So I guess a good example, everybody knows Sarah on this stream, but a good example is my relationship with Sarah Dici. I work very closely with her. The way that I built that relationship was I obviously followed her and then followed her mom. Her mom is literally James's mom. They're the same person. So it was very easy to reply to Jeannie and become friends with Jeannie. And then Jeannie and I became homies, and, she gave me her number. I would call her about some questions that I had about moving across the country, and then back and forth. Sarah and I followed each other a long time, but just standing out, finding unique ways to stand out through networking with, the second person in line that you see, that whoever, connects a lot with, if that makes sense.
She has a goddamn PhD in networking, bro. I'm saying, my goodness.
A good example is like Romina. Let's say I really want to pick Roberto Blake's brain. I've never seen this guy. I've seen this guy. I've never spoken to this guy, but he seems really cool. Oh, well, Romina tweets him and they seem to be homies. So, I'm going to find opportunities that he's in a tweet thread with Romina, and then I'm going to just poke my head in and say hello. Not necessarily say hello, but just be a relevant icon.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Just be a relevant icon. And don't be a weirdo, because nobody likes a weirdo.
Aw, dang it.
Yeah, you're fired. Goodbye, everybody.
Too funny. I think we've been joined by Shelly. Hey, Shelly.
Woo!
Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you guys.
How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I just got home from work. It's been a long day. We started at 7 a.m. today, so it was nice. It's like 5:30 now almost, so that was a long day.
I guess, no doubt, no doubt. So I want to go back to Romina and see if you wanted to add anything to the whole networking on Twitter. Even though Christina like broke down an entire course, but hey.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, pretty much everything that she said is essentially what I do. So I really don't have anything else to add to that. And I won't, because then I'm going to look like a weirdo.
Yeah, don't be a weirdo.
No. You won't look like a weirdo. I mean, we all have our different perspectives on how to interact. I mean,
SMH. Guys, fun story here. So for the longest time, I had no idea what SMH stood for. And I thought, like, when I was reading people's like tweets or whatever posts and stuff, and then they'd end it with SMH, I thought that it meant so much hate. Like that's what I thought. Like that's what I came up with, and it made sense every single time. Like, oh my God, why don't you put peanut butter on both sides of the sandwich?
It's kind of the same phrase though. It's like
yeah.
God, I hate this.
But that's what I thought it was. I don't know. Like in my brain, I made that up. I was like, these letters, that's what they stand for. And then when I found out, I felt like a weirdo. So
I had to search what goat meant. I was like, what is goat? Why is everybody putting all these goat emojis?
Goat.
I've been out of school for like 3 years and there's like goat emojis everywhere.
So going back to the whole networking thing on Twitter, I have a slightly different approach, but maybe not. Basically, when it relates to me, it just depends on who I'm trying to get in, connect with on Twitter. Like if I want to talk to a larger YouTube creator or whatever, my thing is to be present in their community, and if they live stream, be present in their live stream chat. I like Christina was saying, I just want to make sure they recognize who I am. So when I do go to tweet them or respond to a tweet, I'm not just some random Joe Schmo that they have no idea they've never seen before. They don't know who I am or whatever the case may be. When I go to reply to a tweet, they know like, oh, that guy's been in my comment section or he's been in my live stream. So at least I know of him, even if we don't have that like personal relationship or I don't know them per se or they don't know me, they know of me. So once you establish that baseline relationship or whatever, then you can like go wherever. You can like respond to different tweets or try to tweet at them or just something like that. And the real thing with me and what I try to do on this show when I'm trying to get bigger creators on here is have patience. Like nothing's going to happen overnight. And if they don't respond, you don't want to overreact and get all mad and pissy about it because people are busy. They have lives. And if you're trying to tweet somebody that has like millions of followers on Twitter, then there's a slim chance they're going to see what you're tweeting anyway. So you really got to be patient with it. So I'm of the mindset if I have patience and I respect their time and respect how busy they are, at some point there will be an opening where I can slide in there and get a response and then I can go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Another, like as you were speaking, something that came to mind, when I find somebody that I'm interested in, like let's say I see them on, this is a roundabout, I'll just get to the point. So one of the things I like about Twitter is it's less saturated. It's kind of the secret society of the internet and not a lot of people pay attention on here. So one of our really good relationships, I knew of her from Instagram. I saw she had a Twitter and she was active on it. So it's like, okay, Twitter is the place that I'm going to try to be that icon that stands out as opposed to on Instagram where it's very saturated for her. So yes, Twitter is just like, if you're just sleeping on Twitter, you can go home. You're wasting your time.
You think get out.
Goodbye.
That's essentially part of my video.
Yeah.
We made like the same video. It seems like.
You all seriously made very similar videos.
Well, I wanted to make a part 2, and I was going to have Viper on the part 2. I just haven't had the time to make a part 2. So I think it would be fun in the part 2 to have like different perspectives of obviously saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Hell, me and Romina should be on part 2. That'd be great.
There we go.
I'm down.
Boom,
I'll
bam,
bash
pow.
anybody who isn't on Twitter.
Yeah. I want to Twitter shame people.
Let's do it.
Everyone in the chat, if you're not on Twitter, goodbye.
Shame on you.
Coming after you. They coming after y'all. I can't save y'all. I can't save y'all.
I know. I have such a habit of making these big statements, and then Viper's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Wait, no, that's not what I meant. It's not what I meant." I get myself into a lot of trouble online.
Oh, you clever being you. You put a picture with the tweet. Oh, Romina, you are clever. Oh my. Okay.
Oh yeah.
How to use Twitter. If you have good photos. You know, one thing that I've noticed, I'm not going to name names of any of these people, but
Ooh.
there are a lot of lurkers on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
I had a friend of mine who I work with ask me, how's Florida, when I was in Florida? And I was like, wait a second, fam. How did you know I was in Florida? Because I didn't tell you I was in Florida, but I knew that I tweeted something about, like, maybe it was like I took a run on the beach or something in Florida. Like, you didn't like my tweet, but whatever. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you see me.
But it's funny that you talk about lurkers, because I know I got a bunch of them on this live stream. Like, they won't say anything in chat, but I know they're lurking. It's kind of hilarious when you say that. What's
really fun is when you call them out, like on a video, like, hey, I know, like, let's say I get 100 views on this video and I only see 3 comments. The next video, if you call them out, there will be lurkers that come out of the woodworks. It's like,
oh yeah,
come on, friends, let's just be homies. Like, it's okay to comment things.
Absolutely.
I want to know. Yeah.
Like, unless something in life is crazy is happening right now, I have a pretty good idea that my man John Prosser is watching this live stream, or at least listening to it. But
he's always lurking.
He's always lurking, but he won't say anything. But I know he's listening to it because I know he's always around. So I know he's listening or watching, but he won't say nothing.
I'm gonna shoot him a text right now.
And speaking of lurking, painfully out of tech is out there. Jason chilling like a thief, lurking all over the place. What's up, Jason? How you doing, bro? How you doing? And Terry Warfield's out there. Although Terry's not really a lurker, but Terry's in the building. What's up, Terry?
It's actually it's really fun to know that you have the quiet support of people.
Oh yeah.
Like, it blows my mind whenever, because I know John's listening. It blows my mind whenever he's like, I'll mention a video. He's like, oh yeah, I watch every one of your videos. I was like, fam, why don't you comment?
Right.
Are we here or are we not here?
That is funny you say that, because I was having a conversation with him one day and he just came out of the blue like, yeah, I watch all your stuff. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know that because you don't comment. Like, what's going on? I didn't know that.
Humble.
I've had some conversations with people, though, where they say that they won't comment because of the fact that if they're a larger channel, all of a sudden it then detracts from the person who's making the video, or people come and attack the person who's just leaving a comment. And they're like, damn, I'm just trying to watch. And, and so some of them have just stopped leaving comments because they're not trying to bring either that negativity to either themselves as a creator with a little check mark next to their name, or to the person. And they're like, why are you even here? Because if it's on a larger channel, then it's like, Viper, you're just clout chasing. Why are you even on this video? And then there's like hell that breaks loose just because they wanted to leave a comment. And so a lot of them are just like, I just don't anymore. I just don't. I'll just watch. Maybe leave a thumbs up. And then some people didn't know that you can turn off the feature, where if you like it, and then in your settings where it tweets out that you liked a video or added it to a playlist or anything like that. And even though they're deprecating that feature, it's still optional right now. So some people were like, every time I thumbs up a video, I get a stupid tweet, and I'm not trying to fill up my Twitter timeline with all of this stuff. And I'm like, well, you can turn that off. But they're like, oh, well, one, I didn't know that. So some people just would rather lurk because they're trying not to bring attention.
Can we talk about the awkward thing that happened this week? I was getting some work done, and I was watching Jason's stream. Viper was on there. And as I comment, I see it's the That Creative Life channel. I'm glad it wasn't Sarah's, because there's I'll post on her the community tab on Mondays. But man, that was so embarrassing. I was like, oh shit, guys. I mean, shoot. Viper was like, hold on, everybody stop. And I was like, shut up. As I'm switching over,
Don't notice.
Measly old Christina over here, just uploading some content.
I mean, it's an honest mistake. Anybody can make it. Like I said at the time, I've never it was just weird to me because I'm like, wait a minute, they're watching. Yeah. But
you're gonna get me fired.
I highly doubt that. But yeah, it's interesting that Shelly brings up the whole cloud chasing thing. Oh my god!
Hey, chase the clout. Chase it.
It's so ridiculous. It's
called the hustle.
The whole cloud chasing thing to me is just asinine, man. If you reach out to a bigger YouTuber on Twitter, you're cloud chasing. if you mention a bigger YouTuber, you're clout chasing. It's just whatever. Whatever.
God forbid you actually admire somebody and vocalize it.
I know, right?
We're not allowed to say these things out loud.
Apparently not.
They're
No.
supposed to guess that we love them.
Well, yeah. It's funny. I say that so confidently, but at the same time, I don't really like to talk about Sarah too much, just because I don't. Number one, my first and foremost, my relationship between her and I is super important to me. Not just because I make money and she's a good hustle opportunity, but just as a friendship. That's like my main priority. So I don't want it to be like, she always talks about me on that Viper stream. But it can also be an insecurity. Like when MKBHD came on, like, I don't want to, like, whenever I interview Viper on like a podcast, like, so tell me, you're best friends with Marquez, huh?
Not so much.
How's that smooth ride in Apollo? Because I know you guys are going to Chick-fil-A together.
Naughty. Man, I can't even remember the last time I've been in New York. But yeah, you make a good point. Like, people really think that you're like trying to use other people to elevate yourself, and it's just so stupid. Like,
well, I mean, honestly, there's a point that you are, just in the sense of, yeah, it's strategic, but also maybe you're just genuinely interested and genuinely their friend.
Yeah.
All right. So the interesting thing about this whole thing, as far as like trying to use people and whatnot, I mean, yes, it's cool that I have Marquez on the live stream, but if I don't know how many people will like follow my live stream closely, but if you noticed that day, I knew he was going to be on. I did not put his name in the title of the live stream, so nobody knew he was coming on except those who follow me and him on Twitter. The only people that knew. So it's not like I was trying to use him to get my people into the live stream. I just wanted to talk to him because it would have been it was a cool thing for me to talk to him because I watched him for so many years. But I wasn't.
And that's the best way to go about a relationship on the internet, and that's how you stand out on Twitter, by just being a genuine human being that's like, hey, I just want to talk to you. Easy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I didn't try to use his name to get views and nothing like that. Now, obviously, when the live stream was over with, I changed the name. I changed the title to put his name in it.
Tagged. You better do all of that stuff.
So people could come back and watch the live stream if they wanted to. But before the live stream went on, I didn't change the name of the live stream. I didn't want people to like just come for Marquez or think that I was trying to get views off of Marquez. I'm like, no, I mean, no. And when these people do come on my live stream, I don't really ask them to retweet it and nothing like that. I'm like I said, I just want them here to talk to them, and then whatever happens after that. But I'm not really trying to view people to get views or whatever. Like, I'm out here trying to build my own damn legacy. I don't need to jump on somebody else's back. I ain't got to do all that.
The worst thing to happen if you do play that game is you get followers for sure, but those followers are only interested when that person is around or when you have cool people around. They're not following you for your own. Like, I'd much rather have, like, you know, the phrase 1,000 genuine followers versus like 1 million not genuine one. I don't know if that's the phrase, but you get my point.
Yeah. People are wondering if you're going to talk about somebody or something like that, and they're not there for you. And that's what I'm trying to do on YouTube. I'm trying to have people follow me for me and not for other people. So
yeah, but then again, if people mention it, then you brought it up, not me. I'll talk about it.
I mean, if they mention it, that's fine. But I'm not going to go out of my way to mention it or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. You've got your own empire that you're building.
Basically, exactly. That's exactly. I'm doing my own thing over here. Shelly, you're kind of quiet tonight. What's going on in Shelly's world?
Nothing much, man. Just making videos and working, and yeah, kind of got like a new part-time gig, which is crazy, as busy as I already am. Doing some social media content coaching type stuff. And,
content?
Content, baby, content.
Hold on. So basically, she's gonna come on my live stream and have the audacity to say that she did everything quiet in Shelly's world when she told me they're making content for TubeBuddy. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, not even that. No. But actually, speaking of TubeBuddy, if you guys wanted to be around and say hi, I will be on their channel on Wednesday. It's my turn. So but that was not what I was referring to. So.
You know, I got to mess with you. You know, I got to mess with you.
No, it's cool. No, I'll be there on Wednesday. I haven't exactly pinned down the time. I believe my topic is finding success in the eyes of YouTube, or at least I haven't run that by them yet. That's what I want it to be, and that's coinciding with the ebook kind of that I just released for creators if they just want to learn a little bit more about. I'm calling it like the 10 steps. If they want to succeed more so on YouTube, then they can download that for free and go read it.
All right, so let's talk about you, Shelly, for a second. So you started off as a beauty vlogger. Then you made the crazy transition over to tech. And now
I was already doing tech as well.
you already okay.
I was doing both.
You're doing both, but
I was doing all of it like a stupid jerk at the same time on the same channel.
But at some point you chose to leave beauty behind and move totally into tech.
Yes.
And now
I have a separate beauty channel now where all of the videos do very, very poorly. So that was a good decision.
Your slogan should be beauty fades, but tech doesn't.
Well, actually, for a little while, I thought about having a tagline that was like more than just beauty or more than just a pretty face or something like that. And then I was like, I don't want to insult every single beauty because they are very smart and they're very so I was like, no, I didn't want to just say more than just beauty or something. So
yeah.
So you were doing tech, and now it seems like you're making yet another transition and over into coaching and doing YouTube related things, or am I misreading that?
Well, I've always done a lot of like Q&A sessions or just live streams if people have questions, because I'm not trying to say that I'm an expert, but if you are one day ahead of someone else who's never learned it, at least you can share some stuff with them. And so I'm not trying to be like, do it this way, only this way, but I'm just having conversations because the whole thing is I'm just trying to help people be creators. And I really am trying to focus selfishly on women. I want to see more women be creators. And so I'm trying to do things like things that they find scary. Like a lot of the time it was video editing, and people are always like, oh, girls don't want to edit and girls don't like this kind of stuff. And I'm like, bullshit, watch this and make these videos. And I'm trying to be like, explain it.
They must not know
in a way.
how much money is in the editing game.
And I'm not trying to, yeah, we do. Well, you know what though? Girls selfishly undersell themselves a lot as long as their kind of like basic needs are met. They're very hesitant. Sometimes some women, I don't want to say all women, are hesitant to come back and be like, no, I'm worth more, pay me. They usually think, oh, this is enough, or, oh, that was very generous of you. And I'm here to say to women, especially no, go get your money. Don't be afraid of editing. Stop being held back by fear that you can't have a channel. I don't care what you want to talk about. Go be crazy, stupid, excited about something, but don't let a bullshit excuse like, I can't figure out how to edit in iMovie or Final Cut Pro or figure out how to make a thumbnail. Just don't let that be your excuse, because I'll walk you through that. But then you actually have to have the guts to go publish something, go make something. So I'm just trying to remove barriers so it makes it so that women, especially though, go out and create.
Okay, so to that point, I was just talking to Audrey earlier tonight about why did she feel like there was not more women in filmography, cinematography, tech, and things like that. So Shelly, what do you have to say? Why do you think there's not more women in no particular field?
Well, there's a lot of it. I mean, the fact that Wonder Woman was the first time we had a major blockbuster film besides one of we don't get to have a lot of role models that are females. Sometimes you get some assistant directors or whatnot, but you don't get to hang your hat and be like, holy crap, this woman, this kick-ass woman went out there and I want to see that. I want to be that. I want to be her, and I need a new role model. It's usually always white dudes or, so there's just not a lot of that. And then I think that earlier on within any of the educational systems, we always get diverted into, oh, but wouldn't you make a great teacher? Or, oh, you really like to take care of people, and I think you'd be a great nurse. Or, oh, I think that you really want to share and foster community. And so I really don't think that tech might be too hard for you. And it's such bullshit, because a lot of the women, if you think about it, I'm like, dude, you're on Twitter all day, you're on Facebook all day, you're on any of these social media sites. All that is it's actually talking about networking. It's data tables. It's how things are related to each other. It's CRUD basically with updating and deleting and stuff via API. Every time you do any of those things, it's all computer science behind the background, but you guys are all scared of it. And they're being told you can't use this, go be a pretty face somewhere else, as if the only thing that they have that's valuable to share to the world is how pretty their face is. And so even if they want to get into something, how many women that I've talked to, they're like, I can't do YouTube. I don't want to be a beauty channel. I'm like, screw that. Who said you had to be a beauty channel? If you want to go talk about Game of Thrones or Harry Potter, I would love to see that, or Star Trek or whatever. Go create something and stop hearing people tell you that you can't do X because you have a pretty face or you're a girl. I'm so tired of that. And I'm so tired of women just being that's all I have is, being pretty, or I'm not pretty, but I'm funny. And I'm like, oh, stop. Anyways, get me started on that.
Pretty, but I'm
Dang, girl.
Yeah. Once you get me started, man, I'll tell you all about. And I
Yeah.
think it's probably because I work in tech, and so anything around computer science, science, technology, engineering, math, all of that stuff. I'm tired of going to the bathroom and waiting for the lights to come on because I'm the first one to hit the bathroom that day. Like, I'm so tired of it, and going to a tech conference and being the only one there. Just like, I'm tired of it.
Mhm.
Amen, man.
I
Amen.
feel
Tell us how
you.
you really feel about
Oh, I will.
it.
Love Shelly. Shelly, you always bring that fire. I like that. I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
On that note, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cruise. I've got my parents' wedding anniversary party.
Did I piss you off? I'm so sorry.
No, 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 no.
What have you done?
You're like, and with that,
No.
I'm gone.
And
No,
the
no,
party's
no.
over.
It's all quiet. It's all gold. It's gold. Don't worry.
It's all good,
It's
sir. I appreciate you hopping on and joining us tonight. Thank you.
No worries. Catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
All right.
cheers. Bye.
Peace.
Ooh. Oh, Shelly, that was magnificent. It's so sad that it is the way that it is. Like, women don't have like more role models in no particular field, but at the same time, it's like if you don't see somebody to look up to, then maybe you should become that person. I mean,
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, and a lot of people are just scared to do it. And I think it's funny because women are held to this other standard too, because you can have everything right about a phone review and then say that the your hair is not looking that great that day, and then all of a sudden you're just bombarded with all these people who are like, you're so ugly, that's why you're into whatever it is. And there's like this added extra layer of like, am I presentable? Do I have my makeup on? Is my hair not doing crazy things? Even before you open your mouth to say anything about anything, and you could have 99% of the details right about the spec of a phone, and then you misquote 12.2 megapixels instead of 12.3, and they're going to rake you over the coals like some fake ass like reviewer.
Women
And you're
can't
just
do
like,
math.
you
They don't
can't
know
do
the
that.
number 3.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, don't you even know the right specs? And I'm like, dude, were you listening to my 15-minute video where everything but the 14 minutes and 58 seconds where I said that one fact were true? Oh, that doesn't work because I have a vagina. Whoops, my bad.
but it's sad because, to your point, I think Roberto Blake was talking about this. Actually, him and I just were talking about this on Twitter the other day about how women are like held on a different curve because of their appearance and how they're not really judged fairly because men are so fixated on their appearance and they're not really listening to the content that the women are presenting. And it's just sad. Like,
Yeah.
Well, then you could say everything right, but if my shirt is too low cut today, then I'll be like, oh, you're using your boobs to sell. No one else wants to watch your video because that's all you have to offer. And I'm like, actually, no, F face. The rest of it was pretty good. Just saying. Like,
yeah.
Yep. I pretty much have the same thing. I have stuff to add to that.
ew.
Let's go, Romina. Let's go. Add it on.
So in the travel spectrum of things, there is a lot of travel shaming that goes down, particularly when you are female. So I get a lot of comments from people. Basically, I'm a spoiled brat because I get to go somewhere.
Some man paid for that.
Or my dad, exactly. Like somebody paid for it. I also get like when I do cool stuff, like in particular, there's one video where I take a helicopter through the Grand Canyon to get to this Native American village, which you can go hiking there. But you have to start at like 4:00 in the morning. It'll take like a couple hours to get there. And it's like, you have to hike down with all of your gear and stuff like that. You could do that, which is totally cool. But then you could also get in a helicopter and get there in 7 minutes and get a view of the Grand Canyon as you're flying in. So I took the helicopter route. Apparently, that was not the cool thing to do. I get so many people that tell me, and I will say that most of the comments that I get regarding this particular subject are from guys. And they will tell me that I don't deserve to go to that place because I took the helicopter instead of hiking there. And I'm thinking, well, if like somebody like Casey Neistat like films the same video, everyone would have been like, dude, like you got some epic shots from like the helicopter, like that's so sick, like whoa, like living the life, whatever, bro. But then I did it, and apparently I don't deserve to be in this place now because I decided to to take a helicopter ride instead of hike down. Which, by the way, I hiked down because I was with my parents who are old.
Like, I had to take the helicopter because my high heel Louboutins were hurting my feet.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
So this is something that I do have to deal with, you know, as when I do post my travel videos. People tell me all the time I get comments like that. And they're usually from guys.
Yeah, like, it must be nice to prance around in a bikini and get paid. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, actually, yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Like, yeah, you should try it sometime. I'd like to see you in a bikini.
I can send you the bikini. Let's see if we get the same amount of views. I'm not opposed.
And
Cover
I'm
those
definitely,
boobs.
I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not like the type of person that's like, ooh, like I didn't, you know, like if I don't see a role model who is female, I'm not going to do the thing. Like for me, it's like, if I see a creative that I look up to, I don't care what they look like. They could be freaking purple. I don't care. To me, it doesn't make a difference. Like if I look up to their art, then that's what I aspire to do. I aspire to create and to be like that person. And I've never been the type of person that has been like, oh, well, I can't do it because I'm female. But it is a reality that I do get comments like that all of the time. Just the other day, someone called me a little girl and said that I shouldn't be talking about horror films that are before my time. So,
Wow.
Right, you're just supposed to sit there and be pretty. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind sitting here looking pretty.
you're like, I'm gonna do that,
Don't get
and
me
I'm gonna talk
wrong.
about horror films, okay?
Exactly. I'm just like, you know, if you want to bring me like the champagne and the grapes and, you know, you want to feed them to me, like I'm totally cool with that. But like,
And then you're gonna peel the grapes and then place them in my mouth. Only when I ask for them.
Oh my God.
That's the
Wow.
difference.
I'm curious, Artie, do you go through this stuff when you post videos?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Wait, did you say Audrey? I didn't.
I did say Artie, yeah.
Okay. There's one comment that really sticks out to me that I saw. It was on Casey Neistat's video where he shouted out Jacqueline from Nothing But Tech.
Yep.
And like the top comment on that video is like, the only reason you're shouting her out is because she's like a young girl like in tech and you just want to like promote that more. Basically saying like that she didn't have talent and then that's why Casey chose it, like the sole reason
Wow.
Casey chose her. And I mean, I don't want to deny that that's like not something that makes like that's something that makes Jacqueline unique, like it contributes, but it's not the only reason. Like it's a accumulation of different things, and the fact that that was like the top comment was pretty eye-opening.
Yeah, people are ignorant because if they know any better, they know that Jacqueline's been on YouTube since I think 2013. Like she's been getting done for a very long time. This is no overnight sensation. She's been making content for a long time and been making quality content for a very long time. Like, the internet, man. You really can't take the internet too seriously. You can't do it.
Oh yeah. And I don't. I mean, I don't take in real life seriously either.
So when the landlord rolls up to Marina, like, yo, rent dude, Romina's like, get out of here. I don't take you seriously. I believe it. She's like, I reject the 9 to 5 and your rent demand.
You don't know my life.
Oh God, this has been a beautiful discussion. I'm so glad you all decided to join me tonight. Wow.
It's so interesting hearing. I'm quiet because I'm just data gathering. I'm just listening. I don't actually have that experience. Like I never get any like misogynistic kind of comments. And maybe if I do, I just don't really pay them any attention, but I can't think of anything that comes to mind of like, you're getting XYZ because you're this. I know that I'm sure there's part of that. I've gotten gigs, like where it's like modeling gigs, but it's not modeling. It's for like adventure brands like REI, where they're like a huge fan of my body. I've got a great body, but I owe it all to my father. I've got a 6-pack and like muscles and it's great. And I'm a brown woman in the outdoor industry. Cool. Sign me up. You're going to pay me what, $400, $450 a day? Okay, cool. I have no problem being a woman. but I don't really have any experiences, so I can't like say yes or no to what you guys are experiencing. If you guys experience it, then yes, you guys experienced it, but it's not. I don't really see it as. I mean, I guess other people clearly see it as like a negative thing, but it's not. It's not a thing for at least the kind of content that we create. So maybe I'm lucky.
Extremely.
Maybe I'm lucky because I have my husband by my side where he should be.
My list of blocked words is quite extensive. I think it's over 1,500 words now, and every single time I get a new one, I'm always like, actually, that's a new. I'm impressed, and I add it to my library, and I move on with my day. But I mean, there have been some doozies, and I'm not even a large channel, so I don't know why.
I think what, and maybe the algorithm just hasn't blessed us enough, and it's just a matter of time. So trolls, I'm waiting, arms wide open. But
all right, Creed.
I know, right? I think women in general have to be very, and I'm not saying anybody in this chat or this stream is doing this, but I think women have to be very careful not to make themselves a victim in that sense. I see it a lot of like, yeah, I'm a woman in tech and it's just so hard, but you know what? I'm just fighting the good fight. It's like, can you please be quiet and just go somewhere else with that nonsense? Nobody wants to hear about your drama.
Sit down, be humble.
Like, yes, I'm sure like your experiences are very legitimate, but like everybody in here, I feel like, excuse me, husband, I'm talking to all my girlfriends, so I need you to leave.
I love how it's husband. Like he doesn't even get a name.
No. He's checking on his video that's exporting right now.
He only gets a name when he brings the grapes.
Oh, God. Yeah. Little does he know, I take care of my man because I've made sure that his computer hasn't fallen asleep. Anyway, I think, like I said, I think people can kind of let other people identify them. I think that's the overarching problem is everybody's identified me as this woman, so I can't be in tech. It's like nobody has any say of what kind of content you're making. Make whatever you want. If you want to make content about your cuticles, then have at it. And it's not because you're a woman, because I'm sure men have cuticle problems too. But if you want to make travel videos, solo travel, I'm going to be going, well, no. I've gone on solo trips before, and there's some trips that I'll intentionally not do because I'm a woman by myself, and I'm not trying, like, for example, I'm not trying to go to downtown Miami at 2 a.m. I'm just not doing it because I know my limits. It's not because I'm a woman, it's because I'm a common sense person. So I just think people need to be very careful not to let the stupidity of the world identify them. That goes for women, Black people, Latinos, Puerto Ricans. I'm just going to name a whole bunch of Caribbean countries. That's what I know, like Haitians, Dominicans.
Oh, God.
I do think, though, while you don't want them to always play the victim, I think sometimes there is a time and place where you just want to feel like you're not alone, like you're not the only person that has experienced something. And by putting it out into the ether and someone else comes along and says, I've experienced that too. I am with you. I hear you. I understand. And that sucks. But as long as that's not your song for the next, year and a half, and then it cripples what you're able to do. I think there's a very fine distinction, but I think sometimes, just telling someone like, oh, yes, stop letting that define you. At some point you want to be like, okay, just share with me for a minute. I don't need you to fix it. It's not about the nail. I just need you to acknowledge the nail is there.
Yeah. I think it's important to talk about, but let it just be a conversation.
Yeah.
Don't let it like, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a tech YouTuber and I'm a female.
Yeah. Good.
Bless you. Cough.
Goodness. Bless you.
Yeah, bless you. No doubt. Wow.
I can't with this nonsense.
I'm trying so hard to can, but I just can't.
She's allergic to the bullshit. She's allergic to the bullshit.
Stop crying. You're just too emotional because you're a woman. Bring that down. Stop it.
I can't help but cough. It's part of my what is this called? My
The
woman
vapors.
trachea.
My woman.
God, it's great.
I'm so upset right now.
Sorry.
Oh.
My woman trachea is inferior. I'm not used to talking this much.
It's smaller than a man's, just like our brains, right?
Oh, God. I ain't touching that, bro. I ain't touching that
Wow.
one. Sure.
Wow, you took
No.
it there.
Go back. Believe back. Believe back. Touching that one. Nope. Nope. Ah, wow. 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 So much good discussion tonight. Oh my God. Yeah,
James just walked in and said, "Do I need to call medical people? Only female paramedics, please."
Oh God.
Sorry, Viper, I cut you off. Go ahead.
It's all good. Oh, concept creator says she forgot to remove the ear tip. Oh God. Y'all are great, man.
Wait, what's an ear tip?
I don't
Is
know.
that a woman thing that I don't know about?
No, I think he makes fun of your AirPods.
Oh.
But don't mind him. He's crazy.
Well.
So Christina, what is next in the life of Christina Red?
I would like to say that I know, but I have no idea. I am doing a lot of freelance stuff, always saying yes to more and more things. Gosh, there's some things that I really want to talk about, but I told myself I'm not going to talk about it in this stream because I just don't need to talk about it right now. So that stuff, lots of videos coming. Well, hopefully lots of videos coming out from us. We're filming a lot, but time management. I'm just trying to refine our process together and push more stuff out. I'm loving doing our podcast. I want to do more podcasts with different friends. So that, lots of stuff, I guess.
Ah, Shelly had company.
She's being very needy, so yeah.
Aw.
Well,
What's her name again?
This is Casey.
Casey. Okay.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry for that non-answer, Viper, but
No, it's all good.
I'm just trying to figure out my life and just like make content that always make content that I'm happy with, but right now I'm really focusing on refining what I'm doing and just polishing everything, I guess.
Getting better one
And
day
making
by day,
that
right?
bread, fam.
Yeah, that's right. One day at a time, right?
Homemade.
One day at a time, right? One day at a time. I know that's right.
I was watching one of your videos. I think you were out in like Arizona or something. It was some sort of trip. Yeah,
I'm always in the desert.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. It was beautifully shot, and it was just fun. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, something that's so like everybody has a unique story to tell, blah, blah, blah. But one thing that is so interesting, we were talking about this on our podcast, is I don't feel like our story is very interesting. We're just two people fumbling along and trying to make videos on the internet, trying to grow a social presence so we can have a community of people that are like-minded, that we inspire, they inspire us. That's kind of our goal. But I don't really feel like that's an interesting story to tell. But it's like I see, people like I've been scrolling through Ramina's channel and like snorkeling in Belize. Hey, like all these adventures, and then now she's doing like a lot of hustle and creativity stuff. I know, Audrey, you were in San Diego recently with a friend of ours. So I think everybody's just pursuing things. And I think it's important to remember that your story is somewhat interesting. Mm-hmm. That's just kind of what I've been having to tell myself. It's like, okay, this is my day to day, but it is an interesting day to day. It's an interesting pursuit. And then also finding a lot of inspiration through these tech YouTubers that don't make any videos like us, very different kind of tech video, but you guys are just like, I know Jason just kind of poops out videos. Viper, you poop out videos. Like you eat a meal and then a video comes out. What is wrong with you? Jeff does the same thing. Like, you guys are monsters.
Oh man, I wish that's how it worked.
Me too.
I'd be putting out videos 3 or 4 times a day.
Dude. I think
So-
like more of that structured kind of video is like so much easier to serve versus like a docu-vlog.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's like cardinal sin number one of being a creator, comparing yourself to other creators, because we all have our own individual, unique journeys, and no journey is going to be alike. So it's kind of a bad thing to compare yourself to somebody else because you don't know what they're going through, or you don't know what they have to do to achieve what they're trying to achieve. And chances are they don't have the same circumstances that you have, or the same variables and things like that. So comparing yourself to somebody else, that's the road.
There's a
to
fine
nowhere.
line between comparison and inspiration. And I think like it's a very fine line, and I dance on that line. Sometimes I go one way, sometimes I go the other. So yes to what you're saying.
Absolutely. And to your point, Jason's gonna poop out another video here any minute.
Arms wide open, Jason. I'm ready.
So, Romina, besides running your own production company and hosting your Twitter conference on June 8th, what else is coming down the pipe in the life of Romina?
Oh, what isn't? What isn't?
Oh, she
I don't
what
know.
is? Oh, wow. What is it?
She has a non-answer like me.
Damn.
All the hustlers just don't know what to say. It's like we can't really talk about anything.
Yeah. I literally just posted about this on my Insta stories, like, I don't know, 4 days ago. And I got so many people DMing. Like, I just threw it up there. I really didn't, I was just like expressing myself. And I got so many DMs from people who were like, wow, like I relate to this. Like, wow, this is so awesome. Like, you're killing it. And I'm just like, I literally posted about the fact that people ask me, like, so what are you working on now? And like, I never know what to say to that question. Like when I go to parties, people are always like, so what are you working on now? Like, what's your thing that's, I'm like, I don't know.
Just trying to get my life together and make YouTube videos.
Exactly. I got like 30, 50 things going on at any given time. I don't know. It's like, there's so many things that I'm working on and I'm excited about all of them. That
There's some things that it's like you don't want to talk about because they might not work out. And then you're like
Right.
a fluke.
And then there's other things that you can't talk about because of contracts and things like that. So then it's like, you're kind of stuck just like coming off like a weirdo.
Yeah, just stay at home. I don't do very much.
Pretty much.
Except for when I do so much, but you just can't talk about it. I have a video coming out in 4 months. I just had time to edit it. You just run away. Just leave.
Okay, so I got the gram open, and Romina has 30,000 followers on the gram. Damn, girl. But I'm looking at the picture of you on a bike here, and it looks like it's the end of the world. So I'm like, what's going on here? Like, it looks like some old post-apocalyptic type stuff. Why is it not focusing? Damn it. Oh. But it looks like all post-apocalyptic, and you're just like, damn, what do I do next?
That's pretty much how I live my life, man. Every day I wake up and I'm like, oh man, what do I do next?
Oh my gosh, that turtle is adorable.
Oh yeah, the turtle I saw today. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I was just walking out. I was just having a little walk in the park. And then I look down, like I see movement in the ground. And I look down and it's a freaking turtle. Just a turtle, just walking around. Just living the
What's it
dream.
doing in the middle of the pavement?
Tiny
It's
little
Quality
nice.
story.
I wanted to pick it up and like put it in the pocket of my jean jacket and just like take it home with me.
But then again, you don't want it salmonella.
Right.
Yeah.
But then salmonella and yeah.
You get salmonella from turtles.
Oops. I'm
Yeah.
trying to leave the link so everyone can
Audrey would have
watch.
been the one to pick up the turtle and come home with salmonella.
Oh my God.
Well, I tried.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. I left a link for those of you guys who are curious about the turtle. I want to learn more about the Twitter conference. I might fly out for it. So I think that would be fun.
Yes, we are doing a conference on June 8th here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're going to have a panel. Roberto is going to be on the panel. And basically,
Who's that?
I don't know, some guy I found on the internet. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have, it's going to be a networking event. So I do want people on Twitter to come, but I'm also going to be looking for people who are off Twitter to possibly get them to get on Twitter.
Oh my God.
So it's going to be a networking event for sure. I'm hoping to secure sponsors for food and stuff like that. But we're gonna have a panel, and then it's just gonna be mingle and having fun, and whatever comes after that.
Cool.
Boom. That
Sounds
was up.
fun.
That was up.
Heck yeah.
So, I got a very important question for everybody not named Romina. I already know her answer.
Oh, okay. Let me just. I'll leave.
So,
No.
the question is, who watching Game of Thrones?
Oh,
Not me.
See, I told. What?
I don't have time for that.
I don't watch any TV shows.
I don't have time for Game of Thrones. You know what?
I don't have time for Game of
I want to
Thrones.
be on Game of Thrones. How about that?
I don't know if you want to be on Game of Thrones this season. No, that's not a good idea.
Nah, probably not this season.
Not this season.
There's so much hype around Game of Thrones. My mom and my sisters watch it, and number one, I don't have the attention span for it. Number two, I just don't have the time to watch it.
Yeah.
Shelly back there, quiet. Shelly, I'm guessing you don't watch Game of Thrones either.
Nope, not since season 2.
Not.
Has anyone seen? Has anyone seen Endgame?
No.
No, we started off the live stream with that, so no
Oh.
spoilers. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it this morning.
Oh, well, no spoilers.
Yeah, you shush.
Okay.
Nothing.
I'm going tomorrow, so yay.
Nice.
So is nobody watching Detective Pikachu? Is that what's happening this weekend?
No,
Ooh.
not this weekend. No. Is this
Ooh.
I don't watch anything. I just realized I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Hey, you just watched my video of my turtle. So
I watched that turtle, and that turtle was rad.
that turtle's amazing.
Romania, I think we have a friend in common.
And-
Do you know Carla?
Carla Gregg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that answered that question for me. So carry on with the live stream.
You probably have more than one friend in common.
Yeah, we have multiple friends in common.
Okay, who are we following on? Romania.
We got multiples friends
Actually,
with a Z.
if I'm remembering correctly, I think everybody on the panel except for Shelly, I found through Roberto. Weird. Very weird.
Noise.
Yeah.
Voice.
That Roberto dude, he stays busy.
Yeah. Christina, I'm liking the blue that you've got going on, like the shirt and then the lights. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
Like the palette is happening.
Do you want to know why the palette happens? Because my skin is very tan, so it's the blue. If it was like a red, I would look orange, and that's not okay. So blue teal kind of, it's my vibe. Fun fact: we like the name Teal for a little girl one day, but there's no little girl inside of me right now. So
That was the most random comment ever. Like,
well,
yeah,
anytime I hear the name Teal or the word teal, I go, oh, noted. I remember that name.
Orange and
no.
teal are very aesthetically pleasing. There's a whole bunch of Lightroom presets that all have orange and teal.
Well, we're gonna actually name our son Orange. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be teal red and an orange red.
She goes, there's no little girl to tell me right now.
Well, I always feel like I have. Maybe that's my woman struggle. I always have to preface whenever I talk about like a family. People are like, "Oh my gosh, are you pregnant?" It's like, no, get out of here. I've got get away from my uterus.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of her uterus.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is vacant. Vacancy.
Oh my goodness.
Uterus jokes. Am I right, chat?
Hey.
85% men.
It doesn't at all make people feel uncomfortable.
They're just jealous they don't have one.
That's right.
Oh my god. All right, so I think I know
All right, so
Christina's
let's change-
story. Let's do a subject change real quick. All right. I think Romina told me her why. I know Christina's why. I think I know Shelly's why. But
Why what?
Audrey, why did you start making YouTube videos?
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I grew up watching YouTube videos. So I actually made them when I was in middle school. I just never posted them anywhere because my friend told me the internet was dangerous. So I would film videos from like here down talking to the camera and I never posted them. But then finally in like end of 10th grade of high school is when I posted my first video. I don't know. I'd been wanting it to do it forever. And the video by Connor Franta inspired me to get into like cinematography specifically. And ever since then, I've been posting.
You've been killing it.
Thanks.
But your friend was right though. The internet is dangerous. You gotta be careful with the internet, man. I'm telling you.
You know, Audrey, I watched a video of yours a while back. It's kind of like when you
Which
did
one?
the like unpacking different creators process.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
if I
Dan Mace
commented
one?
this. No, it wasn't. It was Sarah's. And
Oh,
it was at
okay.
the time that I was editing her main channel stuff. I've
Mhm.
since switched over to her podcast. But
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, yep, that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
So you hit
Yeah,
the
that
nail
was
on the head with
pretty.
that one.
That was a really fun one to make because I don't know. Like I love that series so much. I want to bring it back and make it more of a regular thing. Because those are the ones that like make me grow as a creator as well. But I think one thing that's been holding me back is like I don't want to make too many of them because then people are like, "Oh, you're leeching off of other people's like names and stuff," and I don't. But
that's
I
not,
just I love like, but I don't necessarily agree with that opinion because I'm taking inspiration from someone putting their own twist on it.
I don't think that
so.
that's a valid like comment whenever people say that like
Yeah.
going back to the clout thing, because okay, first of all, they're not the first people who have made a video of that kind. Number two, it's smart strategically. If you think about, I don't know if you know Jason from Painfully Honest Tech.
Yeah.
His what was it called? Like, can you trust whatever?
Yep.
He since has not been doing those anymore, but it uses the person's name. So yes, it's strategic and it's creative. So
Yeah.
for the people who kind of say, oh, that's clout chasing, I would like to see them make a video and try to grow a platform on YouTube. Like I said, they can go home. I think it's just a silly critique. Like,
Yeah.
like people who make like people who do deep dives on Picasso, are they clout chasing? No, they're
Cloud.
making
Chasing
content.
Picasso's cloud.
Yeah, they're making content based on something that has been inspiring to them. And I think your angle on it was very interesting, because it's really valid. It'd be one thing if you missed all of the stops and it's like, okay, this girl is insane. She can. It's not a good video, but
And I don't know if you can call it clout chasing if Sarah Deitch is actually in the video with you. I mean, how is that clout chasing? She's in the video.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, because I would love to make that like a once or twice a month type of deal, but then it's I don't
and
know.
that's the only videos that you can make that month.
I mean, yeah, they take like a long time to make, but I love making them. Like those are the ones that I look back on and like I really liked that. So I want to make more.
I think you should make more.
Absolutely, those are good videos. Do that.
Hopefully, I'll make one for Tuesday. But this editing job, I don't know if I'll be able to do it anymore.
Are you doing like freelance stuff, like editing other people's videos for their channels or something?
YouTube's actually been like great to get that out there because I literally made a video a while ago about like, you know, how to get started with freelancing. And in it, I was like, if anyone needs editing work, like, let me know. And I got a couple people reaching out through that. And
if you get
but right now
one
I'm mostly doing it.
Share your name and then it's just overwhelming.
I'm
And the good thing
figuring that out like right now.
This is just a word of advice. Increase your rate. Like, don't charge less than $250 a video because your time is number one valuable. Your brand is probably your end game thing, so it's taking time away from your brand.
Yeah.
Start at $250 and then only offer one round of revision. And then the more work you get, the higher your rate goes because the demand is there. And of course, it's like if there's somebody that you're interested in doing it with, like genuinely, you know, taking that time, then you can lower your rate for them. But make them the ones to say no.
I would say if you're feeling overwhelmed with the amount of work that you're getting, then your price is probably too low.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So. I also have finals right now. So, you know, that's like an added fun bonus.
Are you dropping out?
Aren't you dropping out?
I am, but
Drop out means stop going.
I know. I told my parents I'd finish the semester.
Are your parents paying for it?
Yes. So.
Okay, well, then I guess you have some.
Hey, Audrey, what was the name of the Connor person that you were inspired by?
Connor Franta. He doesn't post as much anymore, He's more of like an OG YouTuber, but
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, I was just asking. There was some Connor dude in the chat. I'm like, this person? Oh no.
No, that's Connor. He's one of my friends.
Oh, another piece of advice. This is just passive
Yep.
income turning into Roberto Blake. Oh my god.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I know.
The-
So outsource that. Like you've got people
Yeah.
coming to you, hey, I need you to do this. Charge them $350 for an edit, or for like maybe put yourself on a retainer, and then find
Mhm.
somebody who's like a solid editor. I know some people who
Ooh.
are looking for editing things and say, okay, I need you to edit this video for me. And if you care about how it looks, like, because there's some people that like I would want my hand to touch the edit at some point,
Yeah.
but at least they get the video 90% of the way there, then you get the video that 10%. You give them a cut of that 350 or however much. These are just numbers. I'm not
Mhm.
contractually saying any actual figures.
Yeah.
You know, then you're making money in your sleep or making money while you're doing something else, and then blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that. That's a really good idea.
You can outsource people from
save me a lot.
the Philippines or someplace else that are on a different time zone than you as well.
Ooh.
So then when you send them the files and then they start to do some of those rough cuts, it's while you're sleeping. You wake up, you have new files to look at, and then you keep going. So it's kind of like you're open 24 hours. And not only that, but the pricing per hour is usually pretty cheap down there too. So I know like Justin from Primal Video, he outsources a lot of that to the Philippines. And then he has a very specific formula and script of kind of how he wants a lot of that to go. I mean, I think he talked about this at Vid Summit, but he was just like, this is the branded intro and this is the order in which you want them. And then they kind of do most of it. And then he can throw in some final touches, or it's gotten to the point he can just like have them do the whole thing.
That's really cool.
We'll
I
teach you
think,
how to make
wow.
some cheese.
I think it should be noted that Romina is currently cloud chasing dinosaurs.
What?
Yeah, y'all like, huh?
Is that like a Moneysaurus Rex?
You have to ask her. She's cloud chasing dinosaurs, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, that's what's happening.
All right.
Their brand is extinct, so you might not want to go that
Hey,
direction.
hey! It's old school, right? It's a proper terminology.
There you go. So I'm curious, Romino. I don't know if you watch YouTube or not, but if you do, who are some of your favorite YouTubers?
The people on this live stream.
Oh,
Okay,
don't be cheating.
now what's your real answer?
Yeah, what's your? No, oh yeah, stop playing.
Enough with that malarkey.
Lies.
Ain't my first live stream. It's either that or she's a lurker.
I don't know. I guess I fluctuate between like who my favorites are. And I try to not really watch a lot of YouTube. I'll watch my friends. I do watch most of Carla's videos. What would Carla say? Just because she's my best friend. But yeah, I mean, I just watch like my friends' videos. Like when I see something on Twitter, like when Audrey posts like, hey, I just like posted this thing. If that's interesting, like I'll click on it.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Hey, I gotta
only
up my
watches some of
feed.
her best friends' videos.
Well, I can't watch everything, you know? And it's like, there's not enough time in the day to like, you know, freaking watch every YouTuber I know plus Star Trek. I don't have enough hours.
And we know where Star Trek is like the YouTubers are like right there, and Star Trek is like right up there somewhere.
Yeah,
we know the pecking
you-
order.
YouTubers is like a weekend thing, and like Star Trek is like a full-time job.
Star Trek is like right. we know where her priorities are. We know where her priorities are. No doubt.
Yeah. Usually what it is like my friends, like when they post a video, they'll be like, hey, can you like watch this video? Like it's not getting enough engagement or something. And then like I'll watch their video. But I don't know, like it's just kind of like I fluctuate between different stuff. Like when I first like many years ago, like at this point, I think Casey had maybe like 100,000 subscribers, and I was watching his videos at that time, and I was inspired by him at that time, and definitely he was like one of the reasons why I jumped back into YouTube after like going on maybe like a 1.5 year hiatus. And Yeah. I think it just I'm more so inspired by videos than I am by specific YouTubers, if that makes sense.
Right. You're inspired by the content more than the creator.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I don't really like fangirl over like one particular person. And like I also enjoy Sarah's content, Sarah Dici. Like I'll watch her stuff. Yeah. Every once in a while when I see it on Twitter.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that
You
means
better have some good tweets for me to watch your stuff.
so.
Yeah, man, I'm a tough crowd. I'm a tough crowd, you know?
So basically, what we're saying is that by 6 degrees of separation, Romina has probably watched content edited by Christina. Mm.
You guys have
Ooh.
probably all watched a lot of content edited by me. It's
Hopefully,
humble brag, I guess, but
Christina
yeah,
out there working. She out there working. No doubt.
it's like it's so cool to. So I've been doing stuff with Sarah since like 2017. One of my first videos that I did with her was something that she did with Marquez, and that video got like over 1 million views. And I was
Are
like,
you talking about the MacBook Pro? Oh no, the Adobe version
Yeah.
Final Cut Pro. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was right around the time when I started. No, yeah, that one. That was right around the time that I started with her. So that was one of my first ones.
Oh wow.
And it like popped off, and I was like, "You're welcome, Sarah. I nailed it."
She said the bill's in the mail.
Yeah. So yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff in my time.
Wow.
But what I was gonna say is, yeah, I know, really sketchy stuff. I'm not proud of it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's the internet. What I was gonna say is, it's really fun to have not. This is gonna sound really weird, but it's fun to have control over the algorithm at scale. So, for example, our channel is very small. Like compared to probably everyone here, I think James and I are the smallest. We've got like 1,600 people. Very grateful for the 1,600 people, but we're very small. But on That Creative Life channel, for example, that's got 20,000, which is still fairly small in comparison to like the big scheme of things, but that's at a bigger scale. So it's really exciting whenever I post a video, just micro content from a podcast, the Linus Tech Tips addresses The Verge, and being able to play around with title, thumbnail, the tags, and seeing the algorithm take a video and go, oh my gosh, like every time something pops off, I'll text Sarah like, I think we broke the internet. I think we're doing something right. I think the most recent one was like a Peter McKinnon's overnight success, blah, 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 blah. Playing around with titles that are kind of catchy, and, you know, the thumbnails are kind of like a formula, but still interesting thumbnails, and seeing the algorithm take it and run with it, and then taking that and applying that to our channel. I think that's been really exciting. I don't know. Nobody asked me this question, but I just felt like I needed to say it.
Basically, what you're saying is that I should come to you for my title.
No, absolutely not.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too.
I wish that I could title our video. I don't know what the degree of separation is. I wish that I could title our videos the way that I title her videos, and we'd be golden. Like title, thumbnail. It's a struggle for us, to be completely honest. But you know,
titles and thumbnails are a whole other game. Like,
yeah.
I've been struggling a lot with that recently, and it's one of the things I think that's been holding me back from just my content wise recently, is that I like leave it till the last second before I'm uploading. I'm like, okay, I need to get a screen grab and put some text on there, and I'm done. But
Yep.
And
actually, like thinking about
you just can't. At this point, there's two things: you just can't do it. Number one, because then you just spent 8 hours editing something that nobody's going to watch, quote unquote. But on the other hand, it's like, I feel like it almost takes the fun out of creating, and the algorithm, this is insider knowledge from our good friend John Prosser. We were talking about this months ago. The algorithm rewards when you just make content for your people. Then your people watch, and then the algorithm goes, oh, people are interested. And then here we go. Let's play the game. And I kind of forgot about that over the last couple of months. But just make stuff that you're interested in, and people will follow you. This is the theory. I haven't cracked the code yet. But if you're interested in it, then supposedly your people will be interested in it. And then if enough people are interested in it, then the algorithm and blah, 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 blah. And just put boobs in your thumbnails. You're a girl. Like, let's just do it.
Oh my god.
Until you get demonetized because Cloud Vision came along and said it was racy, and then you're like, oh crap.
Exactly.
I think it was Mr. Beast. I forgot where he was saying this, but he said he thinks about thumbnails before he even thinks about the video. So it's completely.
I think
flipped.
title thumbnail before I start shooting.
Oh really? I need to do that more. I just
no. I'm not saying it's working, but that's what I do.
mean, from his perspective, it definitely has been working because I don't know. For me, I'm so focused on the video and like that I don't even like the thumbnail is not something I really think about.
Yeah, it's like it's like way far down the line. And like the thing is that sometimes I think about it and like I do go into like, I mean, Audrey has literally seen me struggle with a thumbnail for like 3 hours. Like, not even exaggerating. But then on the other hand, sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Whatever, today is not the day. I just like screen grab something, do a little color correcting, sharpen it up a bit, and bam.
But see, like I know when I do that, it's not going to do well. Like I'm like, well, the video is going to do a lot less.
But sometimes it does. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, you know, I'm washing my hands clean of this.
So the interesting thing about doing thumbnail for tech is that I tried to do the little cute thumbnail thing, and it really didn't work out too well. But what I noticed is that the cute little thumbnail thing, where you try to make it all cute and poppy for the people, and that doesn't work in tech. In tech, they want to see the actual product. So I just realized, and I did the analytics, or I thought of analytics, and I realized that the best thumbnails in tech are ones that just show the product. You just take a portrait of the product, and it's right there, smack dab in the center of the thumbnail, and that seems to do the best as far as click-through rate and whatnot. Because, the cute little thumbnails don't really work for tech. People don't care. They care about the product. But, Romina, I got to talk to you, Romina, because I'm looking at you playing with your hair over there, and that reminds me of the rabbit hole that you sent me down. You sent me down that John Cena rabbit hole for 3 damn hours one day, Romina. It's your fault. Your fault. She sent me down the John Cena. She knows what I'm talking about. She sent me down that damn John Cena rabbit hole for 3 hours. Look at that. She's supposed to hide. Don't hide now, Romina. Don't hide now.
Audrey, he just discovered Joanna Cedia this week.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was like, when he said John Cena, I was like, is this Joanna?
Yeah, like
I thought it was John Cena too, and you were doing like the "you can't see me," and I was like, "Is that what's happening right now?"
Damn there. But yeah, she has that one video where at the end she like has her hair twirled up like a tree.
Oh my god!
And
that thing.
Romina, you should do it.
My hair's not.
Yep, there it is.
Long enough for that, I think. There.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? I have like 5 bands, like hair bands.
I don't buy like a new packet for that.
Oh god.
I need like, I think I have so much hair. I think I would need like at least 15.
Yeah.
Sorry to Jet, but I have to go do dinner with the fam. But
Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
You have a good evening.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that girl is hilarious. Oh my god.
And she blew up so fast, like
So
insane.
fast.
Yeah, see what I'm talking about? And she didn't do like no thumbnail.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's very true.
Well, also with thumbnails, you don't want to make them too much because then people will go, "Oh, I see what this person's doing here."
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be as like you want to be thoughtful about it, but at the same time, not thoughtful. I don't know. Like you want it to
Thumbnails are
seem like you
weird.
didn't try too hard.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
You don't want
And then also like I
BuzzFeed.
know Roberto has like his like the thumbnail the presets and stuff, and it's worked for so many people. It just like that's just not like you have to like yes, there's like the romanticism art, and then there's the strategery, and you have to find yes, I said strategery. You have to find that middle ground.
Yep. So we got somebody in the chat. Wisdom Empire says that on various occasions, this show always finds a way to make vlogging overcomplicated. What are you talking about?
Yeah, everybody wants to see what he's talking about. I don't think we've ever spoken about vlogging on this tech stream.
Yeah, I'm lost there, but okay, I'm a little lost.
I don't know.
Open
There's a lot
mind.
of behind the scenes stuff you don't know about. I guess you don't make videos too often.
I don't know.
I mean,
So-
I don't know.
So, Christina, who are your favorite YouTubers besides the obvious?
What are they obvious?
I'm guessing Sarah's the
Curious.
obvious. Sarah, I'm guessing, and yeah, Sarah.
Just Sarah. That's all I watch is just Sarah. Just like binge always. No, I actually haven't been watching as many of Sarah's stuff just because there's a point where it's like, okay, I've listened to you all day long. But I do like when I watch her stuff, I just sit and enjoy and I just dissect it and I just go like, this is just so good, such good content. I'm loving a channel called Sailing Le Vagabond. They are a wonderful Australian couple who live on a catamaran, and they just sail the world. And it's just essentially, I wouldn't describe it as travel vlogs because they're not going to a new country every single, week, but it's just good documentary adventure. And that has kind of reminded me of like why we storytell. And like our most recent video was a reminder, like when I was making it, in the process of it, I was like, dude, this is fun. Like storytelling. This is a good video. So I really enjoy watching Sailing Le Vagabond. During the day, I kind of listen to YouTube kind of mindlessly. So I listen to a lot of The Breakfast Club just because it's funny and edgy. So that's a lot of the stuff that's going on in the background. Obviously, Philip DeFranco for my news. But in terms of just like sit down enjoyment, I would definitely say Sailing Le Vagabond hits the #1 spot for me. And then, of course, like I love watching Front Page Tech. It's just hilarious. Jaron Persner.
Of course.
But yeah. But I wouldn't say like he's like a favorite. He's just okay. I'm just like, He'd be more of a favorite if he like commented on chats and stuff, but
Salty.
you take what you can get.
Savage. I sense savagery in this one.
I've been meaning to tweet out a video because we recently, it was one of our friends' birthdays. Oh yeah. Our friends, Bryce and Nellie, they live in an RV. They're traveling all 50 states with their beautiful little daughter. And if you're good enough friends with us and we have your phone number, we sing you happy birthday every year. And they're they tweeted out a video of us singing, and it was really embarrassing because it was like late at night. We looked crazy. But I have a video where we sang John happy birthday a couple years ago. We harmonized and it was glorious.
Oh man.
So
yeah,
I have to tweet that out.
Her. Yeah, tweet it out and embarrass him. Yeah.
His ears should be freaking ringing at this point tonight.
Oh, he's out there. Either that or he's somewhere else. Who knows?
Those are the two options.
Never know with that guy. Never know.
Oh, that soup looks good.
We got a Ricky Martinez. Hello, Ricky. Christina, do you have any interest in going to see Endgame, or do you even care? Or
what is Endgame? I guess that's my answer. But what is Endgame?
Are you joking? Or are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I don't know what Endgame is. I know I'm always very sarcastic, but I pinky promise I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Have you watched any of the Marvel movies?
Oh geez. Deep voice.
Oh boy. Oh my. Go ahead, RG. I'll let you take this one.
I mean, I'm not a diehard Marvel fan, so I don't know. But I've
Um,
at least seen like a couple of them.
I don't think I've seen any Marvel movies. I think okay, let me backtrack. Was Spider-Man from like 2003 a Marvel movie? Like with Peter Parker?
Not in the group of movies that we're alluding to today. No.
There's like 1,000 Marvel movies. Like if like I can't even get my feet wet. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, there are a lot. And they're all, and like some of them are side stories based on like comic books and like
I know like Black Panther was a really popular one last year. Didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
Genosis, I promise you, I take pinky promises very seriously. I'm not trolling. So Endgame is a Marvel movie.
It is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it premiering soon? I'm imagining. Is that why we're
Thursday? Yeah, last night. It started
Yeah.
last night. Yeah.
This weekend.
okay? Endgame, The Avengers. Oh, is it a Fortnite movie?
Oh, what?
I just
What?
Googled it, and The Verge has Fortnite's
No,
Avengers
that's
Endgame
spoilers.
crossover. Oh, sorry. I have no idea. So I don't know.
Fortnite is
I
a
just saved you
video
guys.
game.
Fortnite's
I
a
just
video
saved
game.
y'all. Shush.
Thank
Fortnite's
you.
a video game. Avengers has
That's all
nothing
that
to do with Fortnite. Nothing to do
Okay.
with it. Separate things.
Nothing
But
at
yeah,
all. I don't know what
nothing.
you're talking about.
I just
But,
lost the respect for so many people. I don't think it. No, I have never seen. I don't think I've ever seen any Avengers, but I am hella versed on my freaking Disney movies. Okay, so
Yeah.
you want me
Yeah.
to quote?
Jeff, get the hammer ready, bro. Get the hammer ready, Jeff.
Guys, can we still be friends? What was like the last? I feel like how are they making so many movies? What was the last one
Money.
before this? Money, yeah.
Captain Marvel, which was back in March.
Wow.
Captain Marvel.
Marvel was
So-
OP.
So a few weeks ago.
Let me Google it.
So basically, Christina, this whole movie universe that we're talking about right now consists of 11 years and 22 movies.
I don't have time for
Oh my
that.
God.
No, absolutely not. Not interested. Nope.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to respond
Wait,
to this right
Captain
now.
Marvel's a girl?
Yes.
Oh, is she the Wonder Woman that everybody's been talking about?
No.
No.
Oh.
Or she probably is a superhero that people have been talking about lately, yes. But she's not Wonder Woman.
So is Wonder Woman a different movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that Marvel as well? Or is that DC?
No,
Because
that's
I know
DC.
those are different. See, I know things.
Aaron said, make her stop. Aaron said, make her
I
stop.
feel, you know what's so funny? We want to have so our podcast is about creativity and the creative process and stuff, but asking me movie trivia about these things, like, you know, big sagas or like big, whatever it's called, like when you have a lot of universe kind of stuff, it's one of the funniest things in the world because I have absolutely no idea.
Clearly.
We started watching Star Wars. I've seen Star Wars like here and there, but James and I will like right before bed, we always like will have, not always, but often we'll have like a Star Wars trivia and I go, okay, so hold on. So Luke is Leia's brother, right? And like it's very comical. So yeah, hit me with any of your Marvel trivia or your DC. I thought DC Marvel was the same thing.
Okay. Audrey, I can't control my throat.
I mean, I don't know too much about it either. I've just gotten more into it recently, so I can't really say anything.
I can't breathe.
Those movies are like 4 hours long too. Like who?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
this
breathe.
one's 3 hours.
No, Luke is Vader's bro. That's not true. I know that as a
can't
fact.
fucking
Luke is
breathe.
not Darth Vader's brother.
I can't fucking breathe.
Marvel equals Disney. Okay.
Viper's
Trivia
dying.
equals foreplay. Genosis. Oh man, that was funny. Genosis. That was really funny. So let's go. Let's just focus on Captain Marvel. Like what? Who is she? Are we allowed to talk about that one, or is
He
it
just
still
came
too
out
soon?
of nowhere.
They can't just keep making up new comics, can they? I thought this was like all about like comic books from the 80s. Like Spider-Man was like from a long time ago.
No, but there's a lot
There's
of
been like
there's
3
like
of them.
there's a lot of like spin-offs and there's like comics that are specific, like about specific characters from like the canon series, and that's why there's so many of it, because there's so much content.
Yeah, Captain
Okay.
Marvel, I think, came back out in the 70s or something, but she hasn't been in recent movie lore until this year, more or less.
So she's always been a woman, or are we doing that to be PC?
That I'm not sure of.
Ooh.
I think she's
I've
always been a
never heard
movie.
a captain as a woman. I'm just kidding.
See, the Captain Marvel thing is confusing because originally Captain Marvel was the name of a DC character, and then somehow Marvel took over the name of Captain Marvel.
Wait. But Marvel is Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel is Marvel, but the character Captain Marvel was originally the name of a DC character.
Okay.
Why would DC do that?
Were
Just to be
they?
annoying.
It's
Let's
weird. I don't know. I don't know all the comic book story lore, but somehow Marvel got the naming rights to Captain Marvel, I guess. I don't know. And then I think in the Marvel universe, she was a woman. But in the DC universe, Captain Marvel was a dude, I believe.
Okay.
It's
I
weird.
don't know nothing about that.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
weird.
there's a lot of Avenger movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 4 now. I know. I think there's 4 or 5. Is it 4 or 5? It's 4. It's the 4th
There's
one.
no point catching
Okay.
up at this stage.
And then, so the show that you were talking about that shows on Sundays, what's that one called again?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Okay, that's different than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, that's its own different thing. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just scrolling through right now. I just searched Marvel, and I'm just scrolling through. Oh, I know one. Okay, I've seen one. What's the I obviously don't know the name. I just saw Wolverine as like a character, like in the Google search.
Mhm.
What was the one where they like the guy had like the eyes thing and gosh, I'm ruining it, huh? Like they were all superheroes, but they lived in a school.
Are you talking
Anybody in
about,
the chat helping me out?
oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the Netflix show Umbrella Academy?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about it was a movie from like let's see,
Oh, you're
Wolverine.
probably talking about X-Men.
X-Men. Yeah. Is that one a Marvel movie?
Yeah, that is technically a Marvel movie. Yeah.
But is it part of like the whole squad that we're talking? No?
Nope.
Damn. How many of these? My
Okay.
question is how are they turning them out so quick? Like I get money, but it takes a long ass time for me to edit a YouTube video. How are they making these movies so quick?
Because these 22 movies are all a part of a one big like continuing storyline. So that's probably how they're turning them out pretty quickly.
So it's like Harry Potter.
Something like that, yeah.
And they have like 100 editors.
That too, yeah.
Oh, that would be a freaking nightmare. I would hate to be that manager. We recently, to shift gears, we recently watched Harry Potter all the way through, and I'm like obsessed. Like I was watching like character backstories, so I guess I could understand how like the hype of like a million movies. Like I'm sure you can appreciate it if you haven't read the comics, right?
Yeah, I haven't read the comics and I love them.
Which one should I start with?
Oh, as far as movie goes? Oh,
yeah.
Which one?
Do you start at the beginning?
It probably best, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think the original Captain America, I think, would be the first one.
Okay. Is Transformers the same thing?
Nope.
No?
Transformers is a different thing.
Wow. There was a lot of Transformers.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, like
Sony made it.
Yeah, Transformers is its own universe. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to the people in the chat. If you guys want me to watch the movies, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put the link. I'm just kidding. All about that hustle.
Brilliant. Oh,
for the love of tech, if you want me to stop, you know what to do. Jeff, Jeff, drop him the link. You know what to do. There he goes. Oh my gosh.
I see what you did there. Did there.
The whole this is teamwork. Teamwork makes a dream work. Oh
yeah.
Okay. So I just searched and it's just so I see Rihanna, another black girl, Spider-Man, some guy in an America shirt. Somebody has a thumbnail very similar to this. I just saw it. It was I think it was Audrey. You had a thumbnail very similar to it with a whole bunch of YouTubers. I don't know. I'm wasting my time.
Wait, was that the women creator one?
Let me see. I bet you I could do. Can I do screen sharing on this?
Ooh.
You can actually.
Let's see.
I think you're talking about, if it's mine, then it'd probably be the women creator one because there's like a bunch of faces cut up. Oop.
This one. I think you have a thumbnail like this.
Yes.
Is it
that-
showing?
Yeah,
I
she
think that
did.
is the one creator
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Audrey did a video where she did a reenacting of a scene from the new Spider-Verse movie.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's what you're
So
talking about.
yeah, I kind of copied. Well, I didn't use that for the thumbnail.
Oh.
The thumbnail is like just half. It's like split in half. That
Dude, it
one
would
was
take
it.
me 6 months to watch through all of these. He looks familiar. This guy. This is fun. Oh, this one's like a coloring book.
Romita's just rolling over there.
I'm sorry, guys.
See what you've been missing, Romita, all this time? See what you've been missing?
It's great. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back every time.
There you go. So with these, in my defense, I can't even defend myself because this is not like, 90s childhood. This is like recent stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
When did they start making these? Like 2010 or something, probably.
2000. Oh, you know what? I said Spider-Man. I mean, I said Captain America, but the original Marvel movie I think was Iron Man. That's
Iron Man.
Yeah, I think that came out in 2008, and that started this whole like process.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, it's a different movie.
Yeah, Iron Man.
I was thinking of. This is what I was thinking of. Hold on. When you say Iron Man, this is the first thing that comes to mind. And please, I'm sorry, guys. First.
The guy from
Don't you do it.
This is the first thing that comes to
Iron
mind.
Giant.
Oh
my God.
Oh Lord. Oh God.
Hey, it's a great movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
But Iron
So-
Giant is a classic.
Yeah.
I literally
I-
just watched it like, I don't know, 7 months ago.
I spent my
man.
childhood watching Disney movies and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what's
but
happening here.
now all the Marvel stuff is considered a Disney movie
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
for this generation.
Do they sing?
No.
I don't know. Do they?
There's
There's
no-
a lot more violence.
If
So
I
Romina,
can't
does
sing
that-
along, then I'm out.
So Romina, does that mean that you're going to sign up for the new Disney Plus service when it comes out this year?
Yeah,
You're all over there.
Ooh.
all up in that. No, I'm not going to sign up for it. My friend is going to sign up for it, and he's going to give me his login.
Oh, she's gonna pimp her way in there. Okay, that's what's up. I ain't even mad at you. That's what's awesome right there. That's awesome. Oh God. So Christina, you say you're a Disney girl. Are you gonna sign up for the new Disney service this year?
Probably not, just because this sounds so arrogant, but I just don't have the time to watch.
You say you don't watch none. That's right. Why would
Yeah. Well, that's not true. So every Sunday, James and I, like Saturday nights and Sunday nights, we like are very intentional on like spending intentional time together because we just exist around each other all the time. It's important for us to like watch something together. So this weekend, I want to watch The Lion King just because I've been singing it all week and get lit, right?
The new one's coming out soon.
Oh, sorry. It's been pretty good though. But and then I also want to watch Free Solo just because I think that's been super popular. I really just watch anything that's on Netflix. I use my brother's Netflix, so
So let me get this straight. You guys are gonna get together on Sunday night to watch something that's not called Game of Thrones. All right. Okay.
Wow.
Got that clear.
Well, Game of Thrones. My thing is, you have to like pay attention to to this stuff.
Yes, you do.
No, I want to watch The Office, where I know what's going on. I could fall asleep and wake up and know exactly what's going on. Absolutely not.
Yeah, you definitely have to pay attention to Game of Thrones. So yeah, that's too funny. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay.
And then I don't know. I need like comedies or super lighthearted stuff where when I sit down, I don't have to think at all. Like I just like to go so brain dead when I watch TV. It's just that's
All
the
right.
time that nothing happens.
So I know you're not familiar, but I know he's standing right next to you. So James, do you watch the Marvel movies?
Let me ask James. He left one moment.
He left.
I could probably tell you the answer is no, but because I watch what he watches.
I'm about
So
to say, you should know. You should know what he watching. Oh my God! What a night! What a Friday night! What a night!
Wow, so much shaming.
Wait, who's shaming? I'm not shaming.
We got a visitor.
There he is.
Get some testosterone in this conversation.
Oh Lord.
There he is. James, help me
What's
out,
up?
James. Do you watch the Marvel movie, James?
I feel like my answer is gonna be very disappointing. I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a very long time.
have
Oh,
you seen
wow.
any of them? Because I haven't seen any of them like at all.
Was the old Spider-Man movies a Marvel
They said no.
invention? Oh,
Oh, I mean,
Well, they were Marvel.
they were, they
They're not
are.
current.
but not a part of the current crop though.
Yeah, so there's like a whole universe,
right.
and it's like a whole thing.
Okay,
There's like 22 videos or
Oh.
movies.
Movie.
that's well. I mean, yeah, I know that there's like a lot of movies, but
And
that's
like
cool.
one came out in March, and they just released another one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like they come out with a lot of different movies consistently. It's actually amazing their output. But
Somebody said, "Oh my gosh, I've been killing their chat, like the chat.
oh yeah,
People don't know what's
James
going
L. Red.
on." James El
Uh,
Jefe.
Now I love I'm really fascinated by like the Star Wars universe, and then we've gotten into the Harry Potter universe a little
Yeah.
bit.
There's
more.
universes of this
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So here's an interesting question: do you guys share Romina's love of Star Trek?
No, actually,
I-
we've I've only a long time ago I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes.
I watched them growing up. It's been a long run.
I need somebody to need somebody to share with me the glory of Star Trek.
It's been a long
Does anybody-
As your person.
Romina, that's all you.
The glory of Star Trek.
Yeah, give me
Don't get her started.
lay it down.
Basically, if our universe was like the universe in Star Trek, we would have an amazing universe.
Okay.
And I like Star Trek because their whole purpose, well, at least the earlier series, their purpose is to get on a spaceship and go explore the universe to meet new cultures
Okay.
and get to know other life. And
That's
I'm
like
all about that on Earth.
some sort of colonial voyage, but in the future.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Without anybody, like, there's no, like, smallpox.
Right. Did they have like an alien space smallpox? Probably, with all the episodes.
It's, I can't say I've seen anything similar to that yet,
Mhm.
but I could be wrong.
Okay. So they would come in peace, but there would be species that they would meet that would not be so peaceful, correct? Like
Right.
they would try to
Yeah.
shoot lasers at them and stuff.
Right, in self-defense. But they would
Okay.
but they always try to communicate with them. Like the whole point of every mission is to really try to communicate with a new species, even if they don't even know their language. Like they'll try to figure out what their intentions are so that they're both on the same page and can learn to coexist.
I see. So, okay. So that's very interesting. Now, what's interesting about that is I don't feel like it would be easy to make a compelling story out of that because you need tension and drama and, some would say fighting.
Mhm.
And so how did they make it become so interesting when their goal was to be some peaceful voyagers?
Well, because there's always conflict. Like you said, they come up, to species and you don't really know exactly what they want or what their intentions are. And that's where the conflict comes in. But it's always, it's evolved. Like Deep Space Nine has turned into more of they really go into like full on war in that series. But if you go back to like the original series, it's very much like it's very introspective and very much like watching like a Twilight Zone episode where you're like, like what if like questioning, our very existence and how we deal with things. And so it's kind of just, I guess, if you are into that sort of thing, that's where it would be kind of interesting.
I have a question. Somebody in the chat says, I have every Star Trek movie. I thought Star Trek was a series.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's both?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if The Office made a movie. I would lose my freaking mind.
That was the most violent transition I've ever experienced.
They should. They should make a movie. I'm sure they'd make some dollars.
I almost cursed just then. Just
It
so
would
you guys
just-
know,
it would
I had
be-
to really pull it back. I got kind of excited.
So it would be what, 90 minutes of dry humor.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to Marvel. and
Thank
DC.
you for that, by the way. I'll have to learn more about it.
What is better, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Ooh, oh boy.
Do you really want to do that?
Ooh, this is a loaded question. All right, let me see if I can get into this. So, the recent movies, if you're gonna go by movies alone, then Marvel movies are better than DC movies. But if we're talking about just characters, Batman is better than anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what Roberto's always
No.
ranting about,
Batman,
right?
don't, Audrey, you better watch it, Audrey. No, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't even start, Audrey, don't even start. What are you gonna give me, Spider-Man, really?
What?
Yes.
Oh, come on, man.
Are we now doing Batman versus Spider-Man? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm saying that Batman is better than any Marvel character ever, and Audrey is a big lover of Spider-Man, so we have to do this thing every
Oh,
once in a
so
while.
there's conflict here.
Sorry.
Basically. Yes, there's conflict.
The Batman is amazing. Like, if you have to choose a superhero to be, it should definitely be Batman because
No.
What?
Tell her, Romina, yes.
Okay, you know what? I'll leave you to like the weird spider web stuff. Like, whatever.
What does Batman have though? Excuse me.
Batman has
Except for like his cars and stuff.
Batman. has
Oh,
money.
Wonder Woman's
No.
DC, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Is Wonder Woman DC, and then the
Yeah.
other girl, Captain America, or not Captain?
Marvel.
What was her name?
Marvel.
Captain Marvel. She's basically the Marvel's Superwoman.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that's offensive to say. Excuse me. Excuse my ignorance.
Guys, can we have a vote in the chat? Marvel or DC? I just want to see this go.
What does Batman have? Everybody keeps talking about money, but
Money.
no, we're not talking about money. Batman is the smartest superhero out of all of them. He can destroy everybody.
because he has money.
What does that have to do with being smart?
That has everything to do with being smart.
Look at all these Marvels coming in the chat. Yes.
What are you talking
So-
about?
I feel like DC is all like the normal superhero. This is not to be offensive, guys. Don't get triggered. Nobody get on their high horse, okay? I feel like
I'm already triggered.
Patriarchy.
all right. I feel like so I feel like DC is all of like the normal human superheroes, and then Marvel is all of like this is not supposed to be offensive, but all the cartoon kind of like imaginary superheroes. Like DC are like the real life people that's like everybody grew up with Superman and Batman, like they were always them for Halloween. And then I feel like Marvel, like the only quote unquote normal superhero that I know of is like Spider-Man. Like he's like more of a household name
Well,
versus
you got the Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk.
The Hulk is the Hulk has been around
Iron
since
Man.
what, like the 60s or something. There was a TV show with just a buff guy. Who they painted him green.
Yeah.
And then, of course, before that, I assume he was around in comic books.
But look at like they've got like 1 billion
Oh my god.
people. Look
Yeah,
at
there's a lot.
there's like
They're gonna have movies forever.
there's
It's
so many
never gonna
versus
stop.
like DC is just like the squad.
I
This is
do.
like this
Sorry.
is like this is like the entire high school, and then this is like this the squad.
I do need some people to help me out with Spider-Man. I've never been a fan of Spider-Man, and that's because I think you need somebody who's not invincible if you're going to have drama in a story. But a lot of people really love. He's basically invincible, from what I understand,
You
other than
just shoot-
kryptonite.
No, that's
You're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Superman.
Did I
Yeah,
say
I
Spider-Man?
was like, what?
Yeah, you said
I meant
Spider-Man.
Superman.
It's like,
I
this
meant
is
Like,
like
man, Spider-Man's
My apologies.
Lion King.
Spider-Man is fantastic. Spider-Man is glorious. I love the premise of Spider-Man. And I like the premise of Batman too, because he relies on his ingenuity and not powers. But Superman, some people absolutely love him, but I don't understand it because it just seems I actually haven't seen enough of him to see where the conflict comes up. But where is the conflict considering his only enemy is kryptonite?
When I was doing research for like the Spider-Verse video, one thing I mean I went down the Marvel DC rabbit hole way too much. And like one of the biggest things that stood out was how Marvel characters like Stan Lee like made, or DC was already around before Marvel. And so one thing that made him create like Spider-Man and some of those new characters is that they're more relatable and like actually real-ish people with more flaws than people like Superman, who basically can't die.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another cool thing about Marvel. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like relatable superheroes are always a better way to go. Like the more relatable you can make them, the more, because what you have is this obviously you have somebody who's so crazy different because they have these powers. So you want a contrast between that and something relatable about them that you can connect with more.
I think that's one of the big reasons why Spider-Man is like so beloved, because when they tell the story of Peter Parker and how he was like in high school and got bullied and things like that, then he got bit by the radioactive spider and became Spider-Man. Like Peter
Really
Parker,
relatable.
Yeah, Peter Parker is relatable. So
It happens all the time.
because people relate to the Peter Parker story. I mean, like you said, you really can't relate to Superman because he's Superman, and you can't really relate to Batman because Batman became Batman because somebody killed his parents. I mean, that's
because he's filthy rich.
Not to mention he's a grown man.
It's not all about the money, Romina. Stop it.
Can I ask another question?
Always about the money.
It's not always about the money.
I've got a question about Superman.
Throw the question
So-
out there.
Superman had his own TV show, right?
Mhm.
Called Smallville.
Wait,
Yeah.
That was the same Superman as like real Superman?
Yeah.
Okay. I never watched it. I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up, but I knew that it was on TV.
You wasn't
I
allowed
remember-
to watch Marvel?
No, because my mom was watching something else.
Oh.
But
Lifetime
television for women. But I remember like there was a scene where there was like a grass field or like a wheat field or something, and like that green thing fell into it. I think. I don't know. Kryptonite, yeah. Like
Did he
came
get
from
weak?
I don't know. I don't remember.
All right. Time out. Me and Romina gotta have a little conversation real quick here.
Uh-oh. I don't like this.
So the only reason why you like Batman is because of the money? Really? Really?
No, I'm just saying that's his superpower.
No, that's not his superpower.
Yeah, that is absolutely his superpower.
How is having money a superpower?
Because he wouldn't have a Batcave if he didn't have like $1 billion.
Man,
That's
my
why
man-
I'm not the biggest fan of Iron Man either, because it's kind of similar almost.
You gotta have ingenuity and smart to like be Batman and be smarter than everybody else. Sure, the money helps, but that doesn't make Batman Batman.
But would he be able to do that without the money? I don't know. I don't know too much about his backstory.
What's he gonna do? Get a grant?
Yeah, you know what?
Get a science grant.
Batman does not need money to beat people's ass.
He's gonna go to the city council. He's gonna go to the city council and he's gonna pitch his idea of being a caped crusader and be like, "Hey, I need money for a Batcave and for my butler."
No. That's not how this works. My man will put on some type of trash bag mask and go out there and still beat people's asses anyway.
That's what I was gonna say. He would buy his equipment from Walmart.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. You know,
Right.
but would he be as cool if he got his equipment from Walmart?
Hey, Batman will be.
Let's
cool.
be honest here. Let's be honest here. You know,
Batman
it's like,
and Batman.
you know, if you got the latest computer that just came out, as opposed to something that came out 10 years ago that you paid $200 for, I don't know. Is it as cool?
So what you're doing right now is you're comparing Adam West Batman versus Christian Bale Batman. I mean, they're both still pretty damn cool, but obviously one is in the 60s and one is in the 2000s. So what are we
No,
talking
no,
about?
no. You know, the 60s Batman is really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And budget.
You know, but his backstory remains the same. He's got a bunch of money. That's how Batman became Batman.
Oh my God. No.
Viper's getting triggered.
I'm
No.
getting facts here.
It goes so much deeper than the money, though. So much.
You know, there's nothing wrong with the money. I'm just spitting facts.
Yeah, but you're letting the money be like your whole like reasoning for Batman, and that's not
Is
the
that
case here.
bad?
Yes, they're bad. Batman goes
Why?
deeper than the money. Batman has more depth than money.
He goes, I am Batman.
Yeah, that's his.
See, Gamkey understands. See, Batman is the best. Gamkey, I agree. Batman is the man, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we
really
don't.
sorry
No,
I
divided all of our friendships.
completely agree. I think you know we're both on the same page here. We
Yeah,
just have different reasons for being
right. And Audrey is in love with Spider-Man. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. That's fine. I was in love with Spider-Man too when he was Tobey Maguire.
Wait,
Weren't we all?
I thought he was Peter Parker. What? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Stop laughing, guys. Hold on. Let's just take a second and not laugh and just.
Oh my
like,
I don't know if you're trolling.
I'm getting cramped.
Guys, I'm so serious.
I can't breathe.
I know that.
I have cramps. I can't even
Hold
laugh anymore because I
Let
have
me,
cramps.
let me defend myself. I feel like the name Tobey Maguire is very. Oh, that's he was in Seabiscuit.
He was in Seabiscuit. What was he?
God.
What was he
Oh
also
my
in?
God. Oh my God.
That's how you know Tobey
Oh,
Maguire.
that's his name.
Looking at real dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's claim to fame in Christina's world. Is
yeah. It was a movie with horses.
Oh God.
Seabiscuit
Okay,
was
so
an excellent film, though.
Yes. So his name is Tobey Maguire, and he played Peter Parker.
Yes.
Guys, this is not that funny. These are just facts.
I thought you were trolling.
Audrey said it's so sad. She's like,
I just lost all the respect for my creative friends.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my salmon. I don't like you guys anymore.
Oh my God.
oh man.
Oh, Lord.
That's why all my friends live on the internet.
It is
Okay.
okay. It is
Wait, what
okay,
does that mean,
Christina.
Genesis?
It is okay, Christina. We I understand you don't watch much TV, so we're gonna let that slide. We're gonna let it roll. We're gonna let it roll.
Okay.
We're gonna let it roll.
Christina, are you in the right multiverse right now? What's the multiverse?
Oh wow.
Tonight.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Oh God. He's joking. Don't worry.
I only know of one multiverse.
No,
Oh, man.
he's trolling.
Oh,
Oh my God.
does Batman eat salmon?
Of course he eats salmon. He's a billionaire.
Get with the damn money. Jesus. Good Lord. Oh my God. What am I gonna do with you tonight?
Oh,
I just
man.
want like I'm totally down to watch. I don't know which one I should watch, Marvel or DC first.
Well,
Oh, you gotta watch Marvel because Marvel is the end thing right now. That is.
Well,
yeah, but
you
maybe
know how
he doesn't want to
how
be
trendy
in.
I like to be. I'm known for my trendiness.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's a good movie to start with if you want to
what I'm
enjoy the
saying.
Marvel universe?
Any of them really. But I mean, if you want to start where the story begins, then the original Iron Man is where you want to start. But any of them are good. I mean,
I think that's
Yeah, but
where I
just don't
started,
know if
and
it's interesting.
That's a
Insane.
good.
Are they on Netflix?
I don't think I've seen anything. Well, I saw Logan.
Who's Logan? Is that like another character?
you probably know him, Logan as Wolverine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know him.
That one was a good one.
He
I
was
haven't
part
seen that.
of the he was part of X-Men.
Bravo.
I know that.
Good job.
Two claps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or did your room get bluer?
I got more blue.
Overtime.
Yeah, it definitely got more blue. Yeah.
Getting progressively bluer.
I think
Just
the aliens are invading officially.
They are. Maybe we'll binge Marvel movies.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, there we
down.
go.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what's happening? You went stiff on us.
So Audrey, did you know that there are like marathons around the country where people are watching like what is it, 59 hours straight of a Marvel movie?
I heard that. That's pretty
That sounds
insane.
horrible.
That is crazy.
I watched all the Star Wars movies like in a row. That was
What? Wow.
I can talk
that
about
was
Star
pretty
Wars.
bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one did you start with, Audrey?
I don't remember because it was two of my friends are
No, this
really
is an
big Star
important
Wars fans.
question.
I don't
Which Star
remember.
Wars movie
We
did you
watched like
start
at
with?
least 10 of them. I don't remember which one. We probably started with the first one.
I don't
What's
think
the
there's
first
10 of
one?
us.
Is
Which first one?
It took forever. I don't know how many there
this
were.
is crucial information. Our
I don't
friendship.
know.
Guys, let's do Star Wars trivia. I've been training.
Oh god.
Explaining to Christina how the Star Wars movies started and the way that they're laid out chronologically has been outrageous. Like explaining quantum physics.
Somebody commented because they said that like we talk about it like right before we go to sleep. They said Star Wars equals foreplay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I know it was funny. How many? Okay, hold on.
I'm
That
gonna
word sounds
fail on
familiar.
Star Wars.
How do you say it?
What?
That word.
Which one?
That one.
Oh, midichlorians.
7 or 6.
How many midichlorians does Yoda have?
6. I think. I don't know. I'm just saying a number.
What is
42. That's a trick question. He doesn't have any. Oh, geez. Here we go.
Where's Liam Neeson when you need him?
Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah. Liam Neeson was in it.
He was in it.
Mm-hmm. That's when he was young. And
The-
he had
the
long
hardest-
hair.
the
He
hard-
looked like a snack and a half. Let me just say. He
Liam
was
Neeson's always a snack and a half.
he was looking like a real man.
Wow.
Not like
What
you're
you
not a
always
real
mix?
man.
What you always mix up?
Well, James used to have long hair,
I
so
completely respect that. I completely respect.
he was a babe.
But I think what you have the hardest time with is like Anakin and Darth Vader and knowing who he is and where he is in the movie. Like I'll mention 5 different characters and you'll be like, wait, that's Anakin, right? It's like Jar
Anakin-
Jar, but you think it's Anakin.
No. I know Jar Jar is like the sloth guy that lived underwater.
Right?
No. That was a slug.
No, that's
There was a slug that lived
there is
underwater.
there is a slug.
And then
but
Jar Jar.
he didn't live
He was like the
underwater.
retarded. Oh wait, I can't. Dang it! Oh jeez. Sorry guys. This is a. How many people are on this live stream? Sorry.
You know,
Alright.
Jar Jar worked in the Senate, so he was
He was a
Hey,
typical
There's
politician.
there's a theory on the internet. I haven't spent too much time learning about it, but that Jar Jar, like, he was actually the force of evil behind everything that happened. throughout all the
I've
movies.
seen that. Yeah.
That's fun stuff.
I don't know.
Does
I think
anyone like
people give Jar Jar just like a really hard time just because they can, and because of the fact that it was something that was so jarringly different from the rest of the series that had come out so far. But I don't know, and I feel like people trash like Jar Jar like they trash like papyrus font. It's just like a thing that just happens, but doesn't necessarily have like enough justification for it. I feel like, I mean, there's plenty of kids who will watch, like the Clone Wars, and they will see Jar Jar Binks and be like, wow, this is like, he's like funny, and like they'll like that character, and then they're going to grow up and then realize that everybody, that's like 40 and over freaking hates that character. But it's not their fault, they're going to grow up watching Jar Jar Binks and it's going to be totally normal and fine. But
Well, yeah, if George Lucas got a bunch of kids into Star Wars because of Jar Jar, I'd say that he was successful in that respect.
Can we just take
Even if the adults didn't like him.
Can we take a moment and appreciate John Williams' absolute brilliance? Oh my gosh. Nobody?
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
take me
I'm a yes. 10,000 times yes. I'm a musician. Well, I was a musician. I guess I still play music, but yes.
We listened to the
what do
Revenge
you
of the
play? What do you play?
I play the cello, the best, and then I can play the piano, the guitar, the saxophone, just some good the guitar. I said that, and Anything with notes, I could probably play.
If I ever want to make her happy in the car, say we're having a rough day, I just play the Star Wars theme.
Oh my gosh.
But there's a lot of different versions of the theme, obviously. And our new favorite one is Revenge of the Sith.
That one is so dope.
It breaks into, the part at the beginning of the movie where it goes into the opening scene where they're having the space battle, that sort of thing. Well, in the theme, that's reflected. So the music goes a completely different direction after you get through the main theme. And it happened the other day, and she was like, "Ooh, I haven't heard this one yet."
Yeah, that one is Revenge of the Sith is the guy with the red face, right?
What? No, that's Darth Maul. That's Phantom Menace.
Oh, crap. See, guys, I don't know.
Yeah, you tell Darth Maul, and then now Darth Maul is seeping into everything in her mind.
He's the bad guy.
He is a bad guy.
He has the red one. He has the red saber.
He has one of the red ones.
There's more than one red one?
He actually has a sword with two.
Oh, he's got the
right. Darth Maul was rad. I think Darth Maul was fantastic.
He looked like
he was a good quick villain.
He looked like hell. Like he did.
He did. Literal.
He looked like he's been through some stuff.
They literally put horns all the way around his head.
Yeah, they're like, do you want this guy to look like Satan times 10,000?
Okay, so let's pivot to something that I'm very familiar with: Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Darth Maul, right? He looked like he looked like, what was his name?
Oh, him, yeah.
Him is like the scary guy in the world of scary. Like
other than like Courage the Cowardly Dog, that was probably the scariest.
Oh my god!
Character in a cartoon.
Dude, we need to watch Courage. Like,
because that show legitimately scared me and scarred kids for years.
I remember turning that off whenever he would come on or switching the channel. I hated that so much.
Yeah. There was this one guy who was like a weird zombie ghost, and he appeared out in the field, and I just remember seeing that, and I was horrified. It was like it stuck in my head. Like, how is this supposed? And then I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Crazy stuff about that. It was a long time ago, so I can't remember it.
Viper and I both left a link in the chat. Hook the man up, buy him a coffee, for dealing with this absolute ignorance that I have. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. I just don't pay attention to these things.
You're getting on board with Harry Potter, though.
Dude, Harry Potter.
I've actually been very surprised.
Do you guys want to talk about Harry Potter?
Let's talk about Harry Potter. I dressed up as Hermione Granger for 3 years in a row.
Nice. My sisters dressed me up as Hermione, and I was not enthused. They made my hair all poofy and stuff, and it just wasn't the best. But
all I had to do was wake up in the morning.
So Audrey, I don't know about you, but this is the part of the conversation where I'm about to take a back seat because I've never seen Harry Potter in my life.
I love Harry Potter.
What?
Yeah, Viper doesn't do Harry Potter. No.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Have you guys read all the books?
Wait, no.
We have listened to half of a book on audiobook.
Why have you not seen any Harry Potter?
Never had any interest.
Why not? Are you not into little boy wizards?
Mm.
Oh my god! Oh Lord! Oh man! Where if I whistle personal foul? Technical foul of Romina? What is she doing? This is a family stream. What are you doing?
Did I say anything?
Oh Lord!
Facts, man. Facts.
No, those are all facts.
Oh man! Oh, I got so many comebacks for that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I can't do it. I can't do it.
So I saw on Facebook, because I went on there one time, that Game of Thrones, which I don't even know a character's name on there. I know they say winter is coming, but that's just because I said winter is coming one time.
What are you laughing at, Romina? What are you laughing at?
Is that a phrase from Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's already here. Winter's already here. We're coming. It's coming this Sunday night. It's coming Sunday night. It's already here. Oh, yeah.
They said that...
what are you laughing at over there, Romina? What are you laughing at?
Could you let her speak? She's already said the same sentence 4 times.
I'm talking to you.
Look me up. They said that the plot line of Game of Thrones is the plot line of Shrek somehow.
What?
I saw a meme.
I want to watch it now.
Shrek turned 18 a couple weeks ago.
Why do you do this?
We're aged. We were once young.
Why you do this? Freaking, I already feel so old.
Wait, how old are you? You look pretty young.
Thanks.
You've got those nice dark features.
I love how you just sidestepped the answer. Oh man.
Let me Google some Game of Thrones stuff. I don't know if I should because I feel like there was some nudity in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there is. There's
Some
like
sinful stuff.
even in like I think just in the very first episode, I think there is.
Wait.
Booby.
I thought you didn't watch Game of Thrones. What?
No. Excuse me. I have seen the first season, the entire first season of Game of Thrones, and I stopped.
This doesn't look interesting at all, guys.
What?
What is interesting about Game of Thrones? It just looks like a dark, cold.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
Because it's
Oh, my
winter.
Lord.
Because it's winter, Christina. That's why it's cold. And
Just shots of people standing, looking very, very like perplexed and affected by the world.
Oh, he took his sunglasses off.
with wearing fur coats.
I think it's Viper. Look at this. He doesn't look like he's having a very good time.
Yeah, he's just standing in the snow. He looks,
What?
They all look
he looks
sad.
sad.
Oh God, dear Lord, help me! Oh Lord! Oh
he
my
looks
God!
like he should be on the cover of Vogue.
Oh,
Why is everyone in this show so handsome?
Except for these
We
guys.
got
Are they
faces
dead?
and walls. That just sounds like a miserable existence.
Look, it's Elsa.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, what is Elsa doing there?
I know. What's Elsa doing in Game of Thrones? Did her contract run up with Disney? There's Elsa and Anna. And the midget.
Why do y'all look the same? Okay.
No! Oh Lord, help me! She called it. There is Elsa.
I really love the midget representation. Though.
Breathe.
Wow, you're making him cry.
Oh God, I can't breathe.
Sorry.
Making him cry.
Yo, again.
You know it's bad when he takes off his sunglasses.
Oh God, damn.
But
That's
guys,
when
you
you
want me to
see.
tell you about? You want me to tell you how to edit a video from start to finish?
Viper, you have eyes?
Oh, man. I mean, not after Christina tonight.
Guys, let's talk about the
Wow.
creative process. I'm really good at that.
Oh man, guys, I think I'm gonna have to call it quits.
I should probably go.
Past my bedtime, you know, guys. I can't keep looking this fresh. Going to bed late, you know. Gotta get my.
Viper, I think I made all of our friends not like us.
Oh God. Okay. How do I recover here? Okay. So Romina.
First of all,
we'll talk about your Batman money philosophy later on. We'll deal with that. That's cool. But I appreciate you joining me tonight. Thank you very much. You're awesome. You are welcome back anytime.
thank you.
And Archie, did I hear you're gonna jump off too?
Yeah, I should probably go too.
How dare you? You can't leave. I'm leaving. Stop stealing my spotlight.
Well, thank you, Archie, for joining me tonight. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Great.
Always fun.
You are awesome.
Goodbye,
This is like-
everyone.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time I had this much fun on a live stream. This is crazy.
That's what happens when I'm on.
Wow.
No doubt.
Good to meet you guys.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave
Bye.
before I ruin this. Before I become a weirdo. All right.
Have a
Yeah,
good
like
night,
me.
y'all. Oh God. Oh,
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Should I leave too? I don't know if this is
Christina,
helpful.
you've completely turned my world upside down tonight, Christina.
First of all, I lost respect from you a couple weeks ago because you learned that I just drank a venti cup of water with no ice and a grande straw.
No, when did I never said anything about losing your respect. What are you talking about?
So
I just thought that was
I've
odd.
lost all
I just thought that was odd.
I lost
That was
all
odd.
friendships, and I put the nail in the coffin by not knowing the difference between Spider-Man and Superman. Wait, no, yeah, that's a good example.
Hmm.
So
I mean, you know what? We're gonna chalk it up to you are so deep in the creative life that you just don't know anything outside the creative life, and we're gonna stick
guys,
with that.
I'm out here hustling, you know.
Exactly. She's out here making her money, doing her thing. Like she's killing it out here.
It's hard to sit down and watch a 2-hour movie when you're trying to make
No,
content. and
I'm not
work
even
on
like
stuff.
no joke. When I started doing YouTube videos back in January of last year, I completely fell behind on all the CW shows I was watching. Like I was watching The Flash and Arrow. I was watching all those like every week. I haven't seen anything this season. I'm completely behind. I'm a season behind on everything now. So yeah.
Well, the good thing is if you're sick, then you can binge it.
That's true, but
yeah,
most of the time I'm busy creating stuff. So
well, it's like you can justify watching a 15-minute vlog or watching something even 30 minutes or something in the background while you work on some stuff, but it's very hard to justify in your mind. Like I'm gonna sit down for 2 hours, do nothing. I'm gonna grab some popcorn, a little venti water with no ice.
And the other thing is that when you start on the creative journey on YouTube or whatever platform that you're on, and you make creative friends, you want to watch their stuff, even though any creative knows that there's not enough time to watch all of everybody's stuff. But you want to try to watch as much as you can because you want to support your friends, but not the easiest thing in the world.
Earlier in this saga of me not knowing what the heck is going on with Marvel, I said, you guys, if you want me to watch the Marvel videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll leave the link below.
She did. I
have like 5 subscribers from that. What was shout out to you guys. What's up, 5 people?
There you go. That's what's up.
I'm gonna go from travel and creativity to Marvel deep dive. I bet you they have those kind of YouTube channels, huh?
Oh, they got a YouTube channel for everything these days.
Yeah. Man,
Kristen,
thanks for.
Did you miss something? Oh, Kristen, you got to roll back, watch the replay, bro. You missed everything. Oh my god.
Yeah. It got rowdy. It got rowdy. Yeah. Let's just say that Marvel and DC are 2 different things. That's a good way to summarize this entire probably hours worth of content.
Oh man, yeah.
Let's talk about the venti water. Yeah, let's talk about the venti water. Starbucks has amazing water. I don't like coffee, but
triple filtered reverse osmosis.
Their water is triple filtered, guys. And I don't like to be cold, so I get it with no ice. And then with the straw situation,
you don't get it with ice, really?
Venti water with no ice, please.
Wow. Okay.
You put Christina.
I grew up in Florida. All they had was room temperature water. It was the rule.
Ew.
First of all, not ill.
It was like, you know how they banned soda in New York City? I don't know if that's true. That's true, right?
That's not true. I doubt that's true.
Is that not true?
I thought that was
true. Well, they banned cold water in Florida.
Wow. So, Christian, to answer your question, do you have to pay for the venti water? No, in most places, but in Vegas in specific, you do have to pay for the water, but you're not actually paying for the water. You're paying for the cup. So if you bring your own cup, then you do get the water for free.
And if you bring your own tea bags, you can like get some hot water.
Yeah.
And you can have a tea in Starbucks.
Guys, we'll tell you all about the water.
They fill it up with hot water. They'll do it for free. You can put your tea bags in there.
I mean, but if you think about it, Starbucks has to have like the best water because they use water to make all their coffee. They better have the good water.
Right.
Genosis, yes, there is a difference between the taste of water and for those of you who don't believe that, goodbye.
Yeah. Try drinking your water out of the fountain and then buying bottled water. You'll taste the difference real quick.
Yeah, tastes like poverty.
Genosis
I know that because I come from poverty, so I know what it's like to have to drink tap water, guys.
Wow. Damn.
See, this is what I mean. Like, I always say something, and Viper's like, "Oh," I'm like, wait, no, that's not what I meant.
I want to know where Genosis's name comes from. It reminds me of Geonosis from Star Wars.
That's a good question. Never asked that.
Viper, let's flip the script, okay?
Oh,
we're gonna flip the script
what's
on
up?
you,
What?
okay? Welcome to the creative, or not that. Oh gosh, what's our podcast called? Creating things together. So tell us about
what we're picking a thumbnail. Speaking of not having enough time to do anything.
Tell us what are some things that you are super stoked about right now.
Ooh, things that Viper is super stoked about. Well, for this particular weekend, I'm gonna go see Endgame at some point, so I'm super stoked about that. And then we have the biggest battle in the history of Game of Thrones happening on Sunday night. I'm all types of stoked about that.
That sounds hectic.
Oh, it's gonna be live, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. And what else is going on?
You
What do
know,
you
I'm
talk about on the internet? Like, what are some things that you maybe have queued up that you don't want to necessarily talk about, but you can speak about it vaguely? Maybe something that you've recently created.
I mean, I don't like I'm I'm a small fish in a big pond, so I don't have that type of access to things like that yet. I mean, IATI sent me a new car charger or a dash mount, so I need to do a video about that this weekend at some point. But other than that, I just did a video last night about some $60 pair of noise canceling headphones, which are pretty damn good.
They're really pretty.
Oh, you watched it? Cool. Yeah, they're nice and they sound good too. For
Mhm.
$60, they're definitely an excellent value. But other than that, I'm still trying to figure out the whole algorithm because everybody around me is like growing like wildfire, and I'm walking in water. So I'm walking in mud. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But
Yeah, I
it's a
feel you.
process, one day
It's
at
a
a time.
process, but you do have some videos that really pop off really well.
Yeah, the only thing about that is that most of them are probably due. The couple of ones that popped off are probably due to John sharing them in his community tab. So
Oh, well, did he share the Disney Plus one?
I believe he did. I
Okay,
mean, yeah, he shared that one. Yep.
okay. You've got some good stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still pretty relatively new at this, so I haven't really been on YouTube long enough to start bitching about performance. But I'm not
Mhm.
going anywhere either. I'm just gonna keep creating, and
Yeah,
then at some point, the video will pop. The algorithm will figure out who I am, and then we'll go from there.
yeah. I think you have a very healthy mindset about it. Uh, super healthy mindset about it. It's a long game process.
Absolutely.
By the way, Genosis, I see your answer. Beautiful. I like it. It is Star Wars.
Wait, you were going for Genesis? Wow. And got Genosis. Interesting.
Because Genesis was taken. Instant ASMR Viper.
Ooh, Genosis with the hard hitting questions. Um, Genosis, maybe. I mean, I'm happy at my job, but I would like to pursue YouTube as a full time thing one day. But yeah, I got a long way to go before you even get considering that stuff. So
Wait, Viper, what do you do for work?
I work in IT.
Okay,
I provide tech support for top level executives.
fantastic. How long have you been doing that?
4 years now.
Sweet. Okay.
Yep,
So do you still enjoy that?
I do most days. Yeah.
His boss is listening, so yes, he does.
My boss is not listening, so don't worry about
I love serving my customers.
that.
um, so with the iPad, tell me about your iPad workflow because I tried the iPad Life and I liked the concept of it, but it didn't stick.
Well, these
Necessarily.
days the only thing I'm using my iPad for is creating thumbnails. That's about it.
Okay. Well, what do you use to create thumbnails? Is it like a Photoshop app kind of thing?
Yeah, there's an app on iPad called Affinity Photo.
Okay.
So that's what I've been using most of the time. Or lately, like I said, I've just been taking stills on my Sony A7 III and then add my logo, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Noise.
Yeah.
I tried to have it as like an editing device and that wasn't working for me. I think I was telling you about it. But it was an amazing note taking. Like I just could scribble so many ideas down.
Yeah, and that's what like when she makes a to-do list, I go to my, $50 application on my Mac or iPhone. She will grab a napkin
Yeah.
and start writing on it.
There you go. You
If
got
you
to do what works best for you. But yeah, like I said, when I first started doing videos, I was editing on my iPad because that's all I had. But
Mhm.
then along the way, I was able to get a MacBook Pro, and now I edit my videos in Final Cut Pro.
Mm. Um, Random question. How
Mhm.
do you know John Posner? What's the history behind there?
Ooh, good question.
Were you just like a viewer and then you were a cool commenter and then
Yep.
Twitter?
Yeah. So basically, like you said, I was originally just a viewer of Front Page Tech. And then when it's interesting because I kind of viewed them on and off for about maybe a year or so. And
Mhm.
then like when I became a creator, I started viewing him a lot more. And
Mhm.
then like I was commenting on his videos and his live streams and things like that. And then I know what happened. Somewhere along the way, he ended up in one of my live streams in the chat. And I was like, what the hell? So
after that,
I'm sure it was less calm than that, but yeah.
oh, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was actually no, probably wasn't. It was more uncalm than that. It was like, what the hell? But
Yeah.
yeah, he ended up in my
Like
live chat one day. Shot
percent of
that.
what happened when Marcus Brownlee showed up.
Actually, I think my reaction to John was probably more like shocking than the reaction to Marquez showing up. But
Because he knew it was coming.
Oh, that's right. You did know.
yeah, I knew Marquez from coming. I didn't know John was going to show up in my live chat one night. That was crazy. But after that, he was doing the creator of Ultimate thing on his channel, and he ended up nominated me one week, and then it just took off from there.
Nice.
Yep, cool dude. Love that guy.
Christian Taylor asks what.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Christian Taylor asks, James, you weren't invited on this live stream. So
I was actually. You invited me in here to talk about Marvel with you.
Technically, you did, Christina.
Okay, well, I retract my statement. Christian asks, what app do you currently use? I use Premiere Pro, and then when I was playing around on the iPad, I just used Adobe Rush just because I had it. I didn't use the one that everybody's been talking about, LumaFusion, I think.
Yep, that's the one.
So that for context's sake.
So which
ahead,
iPad do you have currently?
I had the iPad Pro 17, not 17 inch. What the heck?
How did you get that
11
iPad Pro,
inch.
Christina?
I got it from Apple, and then I realized it wasn't for my workflow, and then I returned it. Why do you try?
You took advantage of the Apple rental program.
No,
That's what you did.
bought it. I'm just so tired of him. This is all day long. Right
She
there.
likes to steal things from companies and then return them.
Yeah, I shoplifted from Apple. Okay. No, I bought it and I wanted. Well, it was actually during the time that my MacBook was being repaired. Remember, about a month ago, I showed you guys the glitch on the screen.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. Yep.
Yeah, so they ended up replacing the logic board, and then I saw the issue happen again when I got it back. So I sent it off a second time.
Ooh.
And honestly, I don't know what the deal is, but I just saw it happen on this computer, and I just don't know what's going on. This is a brand new computer.
It's a completely different one.
Yeah, this is a brand new computer. And I had to buy one because I need a computer. I can't go without my laptop for a week. And I've been seeing the glitch whenever I'm using a lot of CPU. So I just don't know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I record it because
you think it could be something involving a specific software that you're running?
I don't know, Viper.
All right, so maybe I didn't understand your original glitch. I thought you were having a screen glitch. So what exactly is happening?
It's a screen. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a screen glitch. Basically, it often happens whenever I'm running a lot of CPU, and I'll put it on the screen right here. So it's playing. You see that glitch right there? It happens super, super fast. Let's do it.
What are we talking about?
On whatever's going on right here. So it'll glitch white across the screen.
Oh, that's weird.
Weird graphic artifact kind of thing.
Yeah, that's very odd. Wow.
Yeah, so I honestly have no idea what's going on. A lot of times it happens whenever I'm running an Adobe software. Thankfully, I recorded it because when I bring it in, they're like, yeah, essentially they're going to give me a new computer by replacing everything, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Which shout out to AppleCare, because that would have costed me at least $800 the first time around when they didn't fix the problem, and whatever they're doing to it right now. I just honestly have no idea. I mentioned the ribbon that
it's like a root canal.
Zach, it's like a root canal that Zach, I think, told me about, and that's what they're checking on now. So we'll see. Cross your fingers and your toes.
Yeah, that is a very particular glitch you got going on over there. Weird.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was gonna say it was maybe that you're running maybe like it has to do with some software that you're running because you're running it on this computer too. If you're seeing it on this computer.
Mm-hmm. It's a $3,000 computer. I shouldn't have a screen glitch.
It would be odd.
You should not.
Yeah, it would be odd if it was that.
But yeah, I think, like James said, it might have to do with some software you run. I don't know if it's a computer glitch per se. If that's happening on a new computer too, that's just odd.
Yeah,
very odd.
Maybe I'll bring that up when I go pick up the computer.
Very, very odd.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
But yeah, back to you were asking earlier how I knew John Prosser, but yeah, John Prosser is a cool dude. Like it's interesting to me because when people were watching Front Page Tech and they see the brashness, the cockiness, the arrogance, and they think that that's all John is, and they don't even talk to the man or even give him a chance by talking to him, and they think that's who he is. But John is not exactly who he presents himself to be on YouTube.
Well, we were talking about him today on an episode of our podcast we just recorded that's going out soon, and we wanted to touch on a couple of different creators that we thought were interesting and why they were interesting, and he was one of them. And one of the things we said was that he's just a very authentic person. If you actually talk to him on the phone, he's you get a different perception of him than you may get if you watch his content. And also he just has a lot of clarity about him when it comes to what he's doing. He's very clear, and he is extremely intelligent, which is hilarious because on Front Page Tech, he like his persona is to be goofy, but he's a very smart guy, and I often see that with people who are hilarious. That a lot of times there's an intellect behind that.
Well, even on Front Page Tech, he when he analyzing the market and how he can predict trends and things like that, you can see the intelligence there if you pay attention. But John, I think, is a child prodigy. The dude is 25 years old and has the intelligence of a 40-something. It's scary how intelligent he is. But
he has some wisdom to him too.
Yeah.
You know, just about life.
He's 25 and he's like operating at the level of somebody with a PhD in life. So yeah, he's doing well. He's gonna go far.
Yeah. No, he's got sort of an inspiring story around where he is right now, and you see his progression from where he was when he was smaller to where he is now, and it feels very organic. It's not so much he got this dramatic shout out and something really special happened. He worked his face off.
Yeah, John was able to figure out what was going on with the YouTube algorithm and use it to his advantage. That's exactly what he did because he's intelligent like that. He is the reason why we are on the channel as we speak, because he's the one who discovered that live streams were hurting growth on your main YouTube channel if you were primarily uploading videos like I was. So if you're trying to do live streams and grow a YouTube channel, it doesn't really work out. So I made the decision to make a second channel primarily for live streams, and this is where we're at because I kind of discovered.
You've seen that help out your channel?
Absolutely, it did. Like every on my when I went to my Social Blade, I was looking at my stats. It was like red, green. For those of y'all that are not familiar with Social Blade, green means growth, red means not so much. So I was like red, green all the time. But then when I stopped live streaming and just was solely uploading regular video, it was all green mostly. So there's definitely something to the whole live streaming stopping momentum of channel growth on YouTube.
And one of the things we mentioned was what he said to us, that the YouTube algorithm actually wants you to serve your audience first. And if you can get the people in your audience to watch your video very quickly and engage with it, then YouTube will allow you to, it'll allow your video to go through sort of the tiers of the YouTube system, and then you'll get more recognition. And I thought that was incredibly interesting because it reminded me that instead of trying to serve all of the people out there that you would want to be a part of your audience, serve the people who you already have. Make videos, your titling, your thumbnails, all of that stuff. Make that for them.
Well, that's the interesting thing about YouTube. You kind of have to do both because, yeah, it's good to serve your audience, but you want to draw in new audience too. And
right, absolutely. Balance.
Yeah, you have to somehow come to a balance. But like you said, James, the first hour is very important on YouTube. Like you said, if you want your stuff to engage with your video as soon as possible, because if the algorithm sees that first hour as a positive, then like you said, it'll push your video out to more and more people. So you definitely want that initial velocity in the first hour, and then your video can do good things.
Right. And the idea that your following is going to be the people who are going to see that first, right? Or a specific portion of your following that gets that initial notification.
Right.
So do you upload, do you have a schedule, or do you just kind of upload late at night whenever you want? Like, how do you do that?
Oh, you mean like schedule? Well, considering that I work during the day, most of my uploads are at night. They're usually between about anywhere from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time almost every weeknight or every other weeknight or whatever. So, but yeah, it just basically just depends on how long it takes me to shoot and edit the video after I come home from work. So,
Okay. Genosis wanted to know what upcoming hardware are you three looking forward to? Viper, what are you looking forward to?
ooh, hardware. I
Mhm.
am, you know what? Like right now, I think I'm looking more forward to what they do with the Galaxy Note 10 because we see what the iPhones are going to be, and they're not looking too exciting right now.
Mhm.
But I'm
Wait,
really
isn't that already out?
no. The Galaxy S10 is out. The
Oh,
Galaxy,
S10. I'm sorry.
yeah, the Galaxy Note 10 will be out probably in August or September, probably August. So,
Okay,
but
gotcha.
that's the one I'm looking forward to the most because that thing has the potential to be an absolute monster.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to getting my MacBook back. But
Yeah.
aside from that, really the one thing that I'm really waiting on is the Sony A7S Mark III. There's no projected anything for it right now. So it's just kind of a waiting game and just preparing our bank account and saving money for it because it's going to be like $3,500.
You said the Sony A7S III or which one?
Yeah, A7S3.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just praying that it has a flip out screen. There's no reason that it shouldn't have a flip out. If it has a flip out screen
Man, Sony
and
be playing.
unlimited record time, it's game on.
So it will definitely have unlimited record time because there's no reason for it not to after the A6400 does. But the
Yeah.
flip out screen, it seems like Sony is allergic to the flip out screen.
I don't know what's wrong with
understand.
it.
It's
I just don't
ridiculous.
know what's wrong.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a flip sideways out screen. not
Exactly
like-
right.
Not what we've got now. And hopefully I just could not imagine a world where the A7S Mark III does not have in-body stabilization. Could you just imagine? Imagine the outrage and the tyranny.
Oh, dude, there's no way they can charge that much for that camera and it not have IBS. It better have IBS.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see new MacBook Pros with new keyboards. I think
Amen. My God,
keyboards on the current MacBook Pros are atrocious.
they
I
are.
just want some travel.
Oh,
want some-
I mean, beyond the travel, let's have some keyboards that don't like mess up after a few months. I mean, good Lord, 3 years in a row and these butterfly keyboards are still trash. Come on now, Apple, do better.
Like I've been drooling over keyboards I've been seeing across Instagram that have these huge keys. When you click them, they make a clunk clunk sound.
Oh, you like
a
a mechanical
keyboard?
keyboard?
Oh
You like the mechanical. You like the old school. Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with the travel on the MacBook keyboard. I mean, actually, I have a 2017 MacBook Pro, and my keyboard has been fine for the most part. But I don't like the fact that the keyboard is practically defective for all intents and purposes. They keep messing up. People have keys.
I don't mind this. This is good, but Christina, she's got the newer one,
Mm-hmm.
and the keys they're just
Yeah, they don't go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere. They don't feel right.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they designed it that way. Tactilely, it doesn't make any sense. It's like if you made knobs for like a sound, because we grew up in the production world, and like on stage and that sort of thing. And so when you have a soundboard, you want there to be a lot of physical things that you can manipulate. So in the dials are these big things that you can get your fingers around and spin them around, and you have the faders, and you can, they work well with our monkey hands. And
I don't know whose monkey hands you're talking about, but I ain't got no damn monkey hands.
And it would be like if they made the dials really tiny and you could barely get your hands on them. It's that sort of feeling. Like it's aesthetically it feels wrong. But I'm sure they have their reasons.
Yeah, so you probably would hate a MacBook with a touch bar.
Yeah, so with my touch bar, I got rid of, because you can customize the touch bar. Yep. I got rid of everything except for the light volume, the screen brightness, the keyboard brightness, and the volume and the mute. I can't get rid of Siri, although I just pray for a world that she just doesn't exist. And then obviously the escape button touch is there. The reason that I got rid of everything is because number one, those were the only keys that I would use on my other MacBook Pro. And then number two, when I was typing, the middle finger would always touch the touch bar and it would screw something up. And it was just so frustrating. Within the first 4 hours of having the MacBook, I was like, this is so stupid. Why? Like, dude, bring Steve back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it seems
Hashtag.
like it's either you love the touch bar or you hate the touch bar. There's really no in between with that thing, apparently.
I tolerate the touch bar.
You tolerate it.
I think I just don't feel like the customizability is there for me. I want to be able to jailbreak it. Like I want to be able to do
Oh, wow.
crazy stuff with it.
You just want to go nuke it and do whatever you want to do with it. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I jailbroke.
Like I have so many key commands that I could utilize in Premiere, for example. I could throw up there. I don't know because I haven't used it like you have, so I don't really know too much about it. But
What are you talking about?
the touch bar, like I don't know how much you can customize it within Premiere, for example. But
It takes too long. Why would you go from typing to stretching up to touch bar? Absolutely not.
Okay.
So
The one
AP,
Like I want a synchronize button. I want to be able to synchronize my audio with a button. Boop.
so APK, you went to a school that had Windows 7 on their MacBook? What the hell?
Oh,
I
he
know.
probably went to a school that ran parallels.
Yeah, you probably had like a Windows boot camp or something like that, but that's kind of a weird use for MacBook, but okay, that's interesting. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. What am I looking at?
Desktops.
Oh, Jonathan hates he hates the dock at the bottom of Mac OS. I actually like the dock. I like having an app which I can always like have access to, like where no matter where I'm at in the OS. I like that dock because I like to have the access to the app. But I can
Do you
see
hide
how.
your dock?
Hmm?
Do you
No.
hide your dock?
Nope, I do not hide it.
Oh.
Like I think I like to have access to the app at all times. Like if I'm on Chrome or something, and I want to open up an app or whatever, I can just go down to the dock and open it
Can
up.
you keep it at the bottom or the left or the right?
I keep it
Or the
at directly at the bottom.
Like a good American. Do you use the Command Tab button to like switch between the two?
No.
Press Command Tab. I mean, maybe don't do it right now.
Yeah,
but
probably not.
It's basically like it's like a fast way to switch between the two. It makes me feel like I'm a ninja while I'm editing. The other day I was editing, I was going so fast, I had like a flow, and one of my key commands is Command W to turn on and off a layer in Premiere. Well, the W button is next to the Q button, and Command Q quits it. So I press Command Q and Enter, and I just quit 30 minutes of editing, and I just laughed. I was like, you know what? This is just funny. This is hilarious.
Okay, so I am not a Adobe Premiere, so I've never edited in Premiere Pro. But am I hearing correctly that Premiere Pro does not like auto save your work as you're editing content?
It tries its best.
Wow, that is scary.
But it does auto save.
Yeah, it does.
And 9 times out of 10, it auto saves it well. So if the program crashes, which it happens,
you'll
9 times out of 10 you'll get a recovery.
You might miss like 5 or 6 edits that you made.
Yeah.
But
sometimes the autosave doesn't work as well as it should.
Right. It's not. I wouldn't say it's reliable, but that's why my hand is hardwired. After almost every move I make, Command S.
Save. Yep.
I save every 10 seconds.
Like
I don't even think about it.
Yeah, I can understand why. Like that's one of the cool things about Final Cut Pro is like it doesn't crash much, but when it does, I know that my file will still be there when I go back into it. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I know that my file might be there, and
She
there's
said
a high that you get. You know,
it's like dropping your kid off at daycare. I know my kid might be there when I go back.
But there's a sense of excitement when you do go back to the daycare and your kid is there, and you're like, "Hey, you're back!"
Wow,
great.
So it's exhilarating.
Yeah, that's really my relationship.
Wow,
with it.
that's nuts. That is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I make fun of people who use Final Cut for no other reason but just to say words out loud. I don't actually have experience using Final Cut, but ironically enough,
I started on Windows Movie Maker, but then I went to Final Cut 7. I used that forever, and then I finally switched over to Premiere, and then the new one I was never a huge fan of.
Funny enough, with
I didn't mean to interrupt you then,
but you did. It's okay. I still like you.
I love you.
Okay. So the funny thing with my lack of experience with Final Cut is my key commands are actually mostly Final Cut key commands because James.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I brought over the Final Cut key commands.
That's
That's
funny.
funny.
So funny enough, I started off with LumaFusion obviously because I had an iPad and that's what I was editing on. Then I moved over to Final Cut Pro. So that kind of funny that our editing journey.
Yeah. So how did with LumaFusion? Tell me a little bit about it. Like, were you able to do things fast, or
I
is
mean,
fast kind of relative? I guess.
I mean, for the most part, the thing about LumaFusion is that you have to do most things by touch. And that could be kind of frustrating because at least when I was doing it, it seemed like it was a little more difficult for me to nail the precise place where I wanted to place the cut. So that kind of made it a little frustrating editing in LumaFusion, trying to nail that precise cut. With a mouse, that's not a problem. But with your finger, it's a little dicey. But other than that, LumaFusion was a joy. Like things like rendered and exported pretty fast. Although obviously when you're editing with LumaFusion, you don't have the full power as far as using like graphics and motions and things, graphics and things like that on LumaFusion that you do on Final Cut Pro. But other than that, it worked like a charm. I loved it.
The one of the things that's extremely frustrating to me is I don't understand why in QuickTime, you know how you have that little trim feature where you can take a 30-minute clip and trim it down to like a 10-minute clip if you wanted to. It is so imprecise. And then there's the same thing on the iPhone. It's very hard to get it precise. I don't feel like I should have to go into Premiere to trim a clip and know that it trimmed on the right frame. But I don't know of an easier way to do that. And that to me feels like something I shouldn't struggle with in 2019.
You would think so, but some of the editing things are kind of archaic. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're very interesting. But
Brandon?
what?
Sorry, you go ahead because the question that I was going to ask had nothing to do with anything.
Oh, go ahead and ask your question.
It's going to ask what your favorite song was.
My favorite song.
I told you it had nothing to do with it.
I mean
my music.
You mean like ever or right now or what do you mean?
Sure, both.
That's a big question.
Part A, part B.
Well, probably ever is Jennifer Lopez. If You Have My Love, man. I used to listen to that on repeat in college. Used to just absolutely upset my roommate because I used to I listened to it on repeat all the time. They were like, "If you don't turn that shit off."
That's amazing. J-Lo is timeless.
Oh, J-Lo is timeless. As far as favorite song right now, it's probably the track that I use for my outro on my videos. I'm kind of feeling that.
Okay.
Do you listen to music a lot when you do your work?
I do not.
How can you listen to music while you're editing a video?
Yeah.
It depends on
what kind of
I do other work besides editing, even though I'm an editor.
What kind of madness are you living in?
I try to make it work, right? Like I'll try to overlay a YouTube video on editing, see if I can get away with it. But then your brain overheats.
I'm too busy listening to me fumble words, and I need to edit out the fumbles.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I actually have, since I'm a musician, I have this weird thing where I have a hard time liking most music because it's actually just boring to me.
James will crap all over a song. He's like, you know that when sexual, right? It's like, just shut up and let me listen to this track. I just want to listen to the beat.
It's funny you say that because I was saying before to people, once I became a creator, I have more of an expectation for the things that I look at and pay attention to on YouTube because I don't know. It seems like I became more of a snob since I became a creator. Before I guess I was easily impressed, but since I've become a creator, I'm not so easily impressed anymore.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing that happens to creators who spend a lot of time in any field. But yeah, I can't there's almost no pop music right now that I can listen to and actually enjoy. I mean, every now and then there'll be something that's just wildly catchy, and I'm like, oh, this is
what?
great,
you don't like Taylor Swift? No way.
I feel like she's had a couple that that came out a while back that were pretty groovy,
Yeah.
Yep.
I dabbed a little bit.
Did you dab on those haters?
Yeah.
Got y'all crazy. But on that note, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Been here long enough. I think we had enough of a conversation. I appreciate everybody who joined me, all the ladies who showed up tonight to join me. Thank you to Christina and James for showing up and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you all, definitely. To everybody that showed up in the live stream chat, thank you for hanging out for a few hours. Always appreciate you all showing up on Friday night. And to anybody who might have brought me a coffee, thank you very much. Appreciate it. As you guys know, I will be back Sunday night for the post-episode live stream of Game of Thrones. So if you're a Game of Thrones fan, come back on Sunday night and hang out. But other than that, I will see you all next time you decide to come in and hang out. But go ahead.
No. I'm ready for it.
Are you ready? I don't know. I forget you.
What's happening?
Oh, Christina's getting ready. That's what's happening.
Oh God, I don't know what's going on here.
Wait, go ahead,
Did I leave?
No.
You know what I mean? Christina cracked me over this, but it's good though. But anyway, until the next time, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.
Wow.